What's up? What's happening? What's cracking, man? What's happening? How's everybody doing? Everything's cool. Shout out to Christy Webster, man. The GOAT, man. Christy Webster, the GOAT. Shout out to Christy Webster, the GOAT. Michael Babe Ruth Jordan. Man, we got a great show for you guys, man, tonight. A great show for you guys. Excuse me. How much can the brother take? How much? How much can it take? Oh, beautiful day, man. The weather's wonderful, man. The weather is wonderful over here on the East Coast, man. Although it may be cold on the East Coast, but on the other side of town, it never rains. Yeah, man. May be cold on the East Coast, but on the other side of town, it never rains. Oh yeah, I might as well start with this, man. I may as well start with this. I did say I did say that I was gonna start with that. Although it may be cold on the East Coast, but on the other side of town, it never rains. Let's let's start with some news, man. Um, let's start with some news.
I've consistently told y'all that this administration is absolutely anti black. We have detailed this numerous times how anti black these folks are. We warned folk during the campaign that Donald Trump does not give a damn about black people. He doesn't care if cops beat people. He doesn't care if they maim people. He doesn't care if cops kill people because he believes they can do no wrong. Now, remember during the campaign when Donald Trump said that he wanted to give cops 100% immunity? And folks were like, okay, you know what? Y'all making a big deal out of that. This really ain't nothing to make a big deal out of. Really. Yesterday, this is the executive order that Donald Trump released. It's called Strengthening and Unleashing America's Law Enforcement to Pursue Criminals and Protect Innocent Citizens.
So this proves he's anti-black. strengthening and unleashing America's law enforcement to pursue criminals and protect innocent citizens. That's an anti-black agenda, man. And this guy doesn't see nothing wrong with that, man. He doesn't see that calling that an anti-black agenda is an insult, man. You're insulting black people, man. You're insulting black people. You're saying that if we going after criminals, man, that's gonna hurt black people. If we protect innocent citizens, man, that's gonna hurt black people, man. That's gonna come down on black people. This guy doesn't see how jacked up that is, man. That's messed up, man. You thought of us, man. That's like if somebody you at a say you out with your family at a festival or at a amusement park, and somebody yell, "Hey, ugly! Hey, ugly!" Somebody just start yelling, "Hey, ugly!" And your wife be like, "Hey, somebody calling you. Somebody calling you, man." Like, seriously, man. This is insulting. Roland. Why do you always insult us, Roland? Strengthening and unleashing strengthening and unleashing America's law enforcement to pursue criminals and protect innocent citizens. That sounds like an awesome thing, man. That don't sound like anti-black. I mean, when you think about it, it does. When you think about it, though, Roland, it does. I can see how that could, be a problem for black people, man. I can see how protecting innocent citizens could be a problem for black people because nobody terrorizes innocent citizens more than black people.
Yesterday, this is the executive order that Donald Trump released. It's called Strengthening and Unleashing America's Law Enforcement to Pursue Criminals and Protect Innocent Citizens. So then when you start going under, here he talks about, it's about safe communities, blah, 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 businesses that suffer because of crime, blah, 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 blah. But then right here you get to section 2. The legal defense of law enforcement officers. The attorney.
Did he just say blah, 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 blah about those first 3 things? Now, this dude is a nut.
Safe communities, blah, 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 business. So then when you start going under, here he talks about, it's about safe communities, blah, 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 businesses that suffer because of crime, blah, 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 blah. But then right here you get to section 2.
Wow. Blah, 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 blah. Safe communities, blah, 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 blah.
It's about safe communities, blah, 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 businesses that suffer because of crime, blah, 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 blah. But then right here you get to section 2. The legal defense of law enforcement officers. The Attorney General shall take all appropriate action to create a mechanism to provide legal resources and indemnification to law enforcement officers who unjustly incur expenses and liabilities for actions taken during the performance of their official duties to enforce the law. This mechanism shall include the use of private sector pro bono assistance for such law enforcement officers. Now, let me stop right there. See, you now may be asking, Roland, I'm confused here. Don't they have immunity? Oh, they'll qualified immunity? Don't you already have law? No. This is Trump saying we're going to provide legal counsel for y'all. And remember when Trump extorted the money from all those law firms? When he signed those illegal executive orders and they agreed to do pro bono work for whatever causes he wants, he is going to tell Pam Bondi, hey, go to those law firms that I've already extorted and they gonna work for these cops for free. That's literally what he's saying. Go back to the rest. Go back to the. Then it says empowering state and local law enforcement. They're going to sit here, expand access, prove training, increase pay and benefits, strengthen and expand legal. See, strengthen and expand legal protection for law enforcement officers. Blah 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 blah. Using national security assets for law and order. He wants to use the military. You see this Department of Homeland Security, holding state and local officials accountable. You see this here? Look, y'all love this. Willfully and unlawfully direct the obstruction of criminal law, including by directly and unlawfully prohibiting law enforcement officers from carrying out duties necessary for public safety and law enforcement. Boom, right here. Unlawfully engage in discrimination or civil rights violations under the guise of diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives that restrict law enforcement activity or endanger citizens. Keep going. You see this here? All these things they're going to do. Folks, I want y'all to understand something. In the Department of Justice Civil Rights Division, hundreds of people are resigning because they are gutting the DOJ Civil Rights Division.
Good.
That means Ahmaud Arbery. That means Eric Garner.
He had a brain fart, man. He couldn't think of the names, man. He couldn't think of our saints, man. He couldn't name our patron saints, man. Shame on you, Roland. You supposed to rattle off our patron saints off your head, man. Come on, Roland.
In the Department of Justice Civil Rights Division, hundreds of people are resigning because they are gutting the DOJ Civil Rights Division. That means Ahmaud Arbery. That means Eric Garner. That means, we can start naming all these cases.
What a name him, man. You not up on your patron saints, man. You slipping, Roland. Name them. Rattle them off, man. I can. Philando Castile. Michael Brown. Walter Scott. George Floyd, Rashad Brooks, Breonna Taylor, Trayvon Martin, Freddie Gray. See, Roland, man, you a damn Uncle Tom, man. You a sellout, man. You can't even rattle off your black patron saints, man.
Tyree Nichols.
He don't really kill. He was killed by black people.
Derek Chauvin.
Derek Chauvin ain't a patron saint. He's an op, man. Derek Chauvin is an op, man. Oh, yeah, can't forget Sandra Bland, man. Yeah, and then the king of them all, Rodney King. That's true.
Derek Chauvin pled guilty to federal charges in the death of George Floyd. I'm telling y'all right now, Donald Trump is saying the DOJ is out of the business of prosecuting cops. He pardoned 2 officers in D.C. who were convicted of their involvement in the death of a black man. When he came back in January, pardoned them. Those 2 cops are now back on the police force.
So
We interviewed the reporter last week about the case with the LA deputy sheriff who brutalized the Black woman who was recording an encounter. He was found guilty. Trump's U.S. attorney, hey, Judge, can we review this? Give us 3 months to review the case. Judge said, no, he's going to be sentenced on May 19th. Watch. I guarantee you within 10 days of the sentence being handed down, Trump is going to pardon him. What we are now seeing, we are now about to see a level of brutality that is being absolutely authorized by the Oval Office.
why do you niggas care so much about police brutality? We the only race that cares about police brutality. We the only race that watchdogs the police and how they deal with criminals, man. Because we got the most criminals, man. We commit the most crime. So we like the thief that come into the store and all we do is looking at the security guard. We got our eye on the security guard the whole time we in the store. That's not normal, man. I want to show y'all something, man. He say Trump is authorizing make sure you hit the like button, man. Smash that like button for me, guys. Smiggity smash that like button. I want to show y'all something. Black folk was real mad about this. When he talks about brutality, I think he's talking about incidents like this.
A man tased by Dallas police 2 weeks ago before boarding a flight at Love Field is now demanding an apology.
Investigators have given little information, but the man who was tased spoke publicly for the first time today. And Fox 4's Stephen Dial is live with more. Stephen.
Michael Singleton is a chef in North Texas. He says that 2 plainclothes officers approached him talking about a drug search. And when officers tried to detain him, an officer mentioned a warrant, and then he was tased.
Somebody take this! I didn't do nothing!
On April 18th, multiple passengers at Love Field.
Nigga, this is a fucking airport, nigga. This is an airport. You acting all crazy in a motherfucking airport and shit. It's the airport. If the police approach you in the airport, man, you gotta just go with them, man. Just go with them. See what they want. It's an airport, man. Black folk the only ones that's like, man, let him go, man. Shit, don't let that nigga go. The police are approaching him in the airport. You know, planes and shit, airplanes and shit. Man, go ahead, police. Go ahead, do what y'all gotta do, man. Press 1. Thank you, officers. Go ahead, check his bag again, man. I 100% support you, officers, man. He getting on my plane, man. This fool about to get on my plane. Whatever y'all gotta check and see what's going on with him, man. You have my 100% support, officers. Press 1. It's a fucking airport. What's wrong with these niggas, man? These niggas losing their head over this shit. Hey, man, we got hey, bro, man. I don't know what's up with you, man. But they need to check your bag. They got some questions for you, man, before you get on this plane, man. I think you need to go answer them questions, man. I think you need to go back with them and see what you. Black folk like, nah, man, let him go, man. Let him on the plane, man. Leave him alone, man. Fucking niggers. Press 1, man. Stupid ass niggers. I'd be like, man, give that nigga a full body cavity search, man. Give him a cavity search, man. A thorough full cavity search before he get on this plane, man. Better safe than sorry, man. What they say, measure twice, cut once. Strip search twice and let him on the plane once. Because if y'all got some questions for this nigga at the airport, man, we need to get that shit together before we get on this fucking plane. Press 1. And then, of course, the nigga act like a jackass and fight with him and cause a big-ass scene. Shit, strip that nigga, man.
A man tased by Dallas police 2 weeks ago before boarding a flight at Love Field is now demanding an apology.
Investigators have given little information, but the man who was tased spoke publicly for the first time today, and Fox 4's Stephen Dial is live with more. Stephen.
Michael Singleton is a chef in North Texas. He says that 2 plainclothes officers approached him talking about a drug search, and when officers tried to detain him, an officer mentioned a warrant, and then he was tased.
Somebody take this. I didn't do nothing.
On April 18th, multiple passengers at Love Field started recording when they saw Michael Singleton being detained at the gate area by Dallas police. In this video, you see 2 officers in uniform and 2 in plain clothes. Singleton can be heard loudly protesting during the struggle as an officer says he has a warrant.
My name is Michael Singleton. Do you have a warrant? My name is, I got a traffic warrant.
We don't care whether it's just a traffic warrant, nigga. This is an airport, man. You can't be acting like that in no fucking airport. People trying to chill, man, and gather their thoughts, man, before they get on their plane and shit. And here you go, man, all it is a traffic warrant, man. Just about my name is Michael Singleton, man. Yo, man, you definitely, man, get him out of here, man. What if he start acting like this on the plane, man? What if something happened on the plane and the damn stewardess? If we got 4 cops here that can't handle this nigga, I'm not trying to get on the plane and have it rely on a gay stewardess to try to subdue this nigga. Press 1. Revoke this nigga fucking flying privileges, man. Drop his ass off at the Greyhound bus station. Drop this nigga off at the Greyhound bus station. He thinks acting like this proves that he should be let on the plane. Again, this goddamn fucking ape man thinks acting like this proves he should be let on the plane.
I didn't do nothing.
On April 18th, multiple passengers at Love Field started recording when they saw Michael Singleton being detained at the gate area by Dallas police. In this video, you see 2 officers in uniform and 2 in plain clothes. Singleton can be heard loudly protesting during the struggle as an officer says he has a warrant.
My name is Michael Singleton. Do you have a warrant? My name is, I got a traffic warrant.
Seconds later, the officer tells the other officers to let Singleton go, and this is what happened next. Monday, Singleton talked to the media when advocates representing him called a news conference. His left arm in a sling, he says, from nerve damage caused by the airport incident.
What I would like is an apology, first of all, that first and foremost. And I would like to know what are they going to do moving forward with this?
Singleton's side of the story is that plainclothes officers approached him, saying that they were searching for drugs. This was after he passed through TSA security. He said the officers already knew his last name. You can hear him talking about drugs in the cell phone video.
I have a traffic warrant for $500. That's fine. You're trying to. No, you said do I have cocaine? I'm not a drug dealer.
Police told us in a statement Singleton displayed defensive resistance by tensing his arms and refusing to place his arms behind his back. Dallas police policy allows the use of the taser in this situation to de-escalate an arrest to prevent injury to arrested persons and officers affecting the arrest. Singleton was transported to the city detention center and charged with his outstanding warrants. No other charges were added or pending at this time. Police did not specify what kind of warrants they had. Singleton says he was detained at the airport and released after paying a single $500 traffic warrant.
I was like, can I pay for this right now? You know, and they didn't accept. They said I had to use cash, so I had to call my son.
So we have to the whole fucking world got to stop because this nigga had to pay his fucking traffic warrant, man. This is a big fucking international scandal and shit. Shout out to D from Boston, man. Shout out to D from Boston. That cheap ass suit too, man. I'm tired of niggas, man. Everything with a goddamn every time a nigga get mad about something, it gotta be an international incident. Every time something don't go a nigga way, it gotta be a fucking big fucking deal. Gotta be a statement about the state of the nation and shit and how far we've come since slavery and shit. Nigga, shut your bitch ass up, man. And go to the back with these people, man. And let them figure out what the fuck they need to figure out. Instead of throwing a fucking temper tantrum in the middle of the goddamn airport. Shout out to Big Larry, man.
My son, to cash app him to get the cash, brought him up here and get me out. So I was there for about a couple of more hours, and then I was released.
So as you saw in that video, his arm was in a sling. He was asked before he did not have his arm in a sling. He says that he has medical records to prove that he had nerve damage and said at times he needs to wear the sling. Guys.
I want to clarify that, Stephen. So before the news conference, he wasn't wearing a sling, and to get the newscast underway, he added the sling. Is that a good description of how it went down?
He was seen not wearing the sling before the news conference started. He put it on. He said he has pain at different times. He said
he was seen not wearing it before the news conference started. And then when the news conference started, he put the sling on. Great journalism, man, from this great journalism, man. Oh my God. You niggas are so annoying. Oh my God, y'all are so annoying. Woo! Y'all niggas is annoying. I don't know how people deal with y'all, man. I don't know how people deal with y'all, man. Jeez.
I could have quietly voted my conscience, could have followed the party line. But Mr. Speaker, again, the consent of one person cannot stand for the consent of another.
That was Democratic New Hampshire Representative Jonah Wheeler speaking just moments before breaking with fellow Democrats. In early March, he voted in support of an anti-trans bill that allows businesses to ban transgender women from female spaces such as bathrooms, locker rooms, sports teams, and prisons.
The Gen Zer angered party members, many of whom left the chamber as he spoke. The self-dubbed independent-minded Democrat told the Free Press he's been called a Nazi, a fascist, a transphobe, a puppet of the right. Doesn't seem to be stopping him. Representative Wheeler joins us now to discuss. Welcome to Rising.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's really our pleasure. And the attacks you've received are quite something. Are you fazed by, you're a young person, a up and coming Gen Z? Are you fazed by the level of opprobrium your fellow Democrats are giving you over, I would argue, standing on the side of an issue that has vast public approval, where most Americans think no disrespect to transgender people. Certainly, they deserve respect and proper accommodation, but that not having them in certain female-only spaces, that's a winning issue that Democrats shouldn't be fighting.
Well, if you ran for office in any capacity, not expecting to take some punches, then you ran for the wrong job. You have to be ready to take punches when you run for an office like this. And so does it faze me? No, not particularly. I knew how I was going to vote. I knew after extensive research and talking to people on both sides how I was going to come down on the issue. And I knew it was going to be a controversial one, but a conversation worth having. I think people in my district on both sides of the aisle have said well, thank you for at least starting the conversation.
Reporting live from Hypers Club in Atlanta for Hype Plus News, I'm John Abba. Even before Donald Trump became the 47th president of the United States, there were discussions among many regarding
Remember the prank heard around the world? Remember the prank heard around the world? Well, the NFL fined the Falcons $250,000, and they fined the assistant coach whose son made the prank call. They fined him $100,000 for failing to prevent the disclosure of confidential information distributed to team in advance of the NFL draft. $100,000. Boy, oh boy. Yikes. Yikes. Holy shit. Said a white lady kindly asked a white lady kindly asked a black woman if she has a handicap sticker to continue parking in a handicap spot because she needs to pick an actual disabled person up. As I predicted, the black privileged woman gets offended, probably claiming racism for this horrible offense. I would have just found another spot. I wouldn't engage with a black person in public if I don't have to. If you engage with a black person in public and you don't have to, like any engagement you have with black people in public that you don't know should almost be life or death. Like there's nobody else around. Like to ask for directions, there's nobody else around to ask which way is north. There's nobody else around, to ask for like use a phone call or anything, whatever it may be. I would never. But let's see what happens here.
What'd you say?
Do you have a disabled sticker? This is disabled.
That's disabled?
Yeah.
Do I have if I did or not, that's your business?
No, I have a disabled person I have to pick up. So that's why I wanted to know if you were going to stay in this spot with no disabled sticker.
Who told you that I don't have a disabled sticker?
No, it has to hang down.
It doesn't have to hang down.
Okay, do you have a disabled sticker, yes or no?
Do you know I don't have to answer that for you? What the fuck people be having going on? Do you have a disabled sticker? I be getting so tired. Y'all, I swear I be telling my aunt, like, this is a prime example why I don't go out sometimes, because I already be on the fucking edge. Bro, shit already don't tap my fucking window. Hit my window, right? Telling me, do I have a disabled sticker? Because it's not hanging up. Just because you don't see a person have a disabled sticker don't mean they don't have a disabled sticker. Some people have it on their tag because it's a permanent disability. I don't have one that hang on my tag because on my window because I have it on my tag because I have a permanent disability.
What's your permanent disability, man? But she didn't pull the race card, so
Do you have a disabled sticker?
she didn't pull the race card. She did not pull the race card. So you have to give her a lot of credit, man. She handled that situation, that uncomfortable situation, without pulling the race card, man. Make sure y'all support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. Hit the like button, man. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'm proud of that sister, man. That sister didn't pull the race card. Salute to her, man.
I think a lot of Americans.
No, I know you're not. This country illegally, you are going home. Simple as that. We do not have unlimited resources.
I think a lot of Americans
to take care of other people.
There's a hell of a lot of
hold on,
people,
guys.
other than the
First,
black
Anna.
people who were brought here as slaves who came to this country illegally.
They're
From a
not
lot
the
of
same as
different-
black people who were brought here against
That's
our will.
exactly what I
They
just said.
decided
I
to
said
walk
there is
their
a
butts
lot of
across the
people
border. There's
other
a big
than the
difference.
black
There is
people.
a big difference.
That's exactly what I
There's a
just
big
said.
difference.
That's
Share
exactly
Michael,
what I
share
just said,
Michael
Sir Michael.
and
Look and act indignant. That's
Okay.
exactly what
It's
I
not
just
about
said.
acting
I-
indignant.
Yes, it is.
let me
You
just
heard me
share
say
Michael.
that other than the black
Anna
people
and
who
share
came
Michael.
as slaves,
High ground
there are
here.
a lot of people from
Share
many,
Michael. I
many
think you
countries
actually
that came
misheard
here
what
illegally.
I think you misheard what she said.
No, he purposely misheard.
She said.
I purposely
Yes, you
misheard.
did.
So now you're in my
Share
brain?
Michael. Listen to me for
Is
just a
that
second.
where we're going?
You
Share
think
Michael.
I would
Listen to me
say
for a
I who
second.
have advocated
Anna,
for black
please
people
stop.
my entire life would
Anna,
say something like that?
Anna,
Give me a
because
Let's see what she really said.
You are going home. Simple as
Okay.
that. We do not
Listen,
have unlimited resources.
I think
in
a
this
lot of
country
Americans.
to take care of other
There's
people.
a hell of
We
a
have
lot
our
of
own
people,
people
other than the
first,
black
Anna.
people who were brought here as slaves who came to this country illegally.
So she's using that like as a bludgeon. She's bludgeoning them upside the head with the fact that his people were brought here by slaves. That's why she got butthurt about it. That's why she got that she wasn't saying it in the spirit of Black people were here with slaves. She was like, nigger. She was using it like the word nigger. Press 1. Because she doesn't respect him because he's a black conservative. She was using that term, brought here as slaves, as like the term nigger. That's why she starts on some, I've advocated for black people all my life. Why you got to say all that? She tried to check him with, like, you was brought here as slaves. She tried to check him. You were brought here as slaves.
No, I know you're not.
This
country illegally, you are going home. Simple as that. We do not have unlimited resources.
I think a lot of Americans
to take care of other people.
There's a hell of a lot of
Hold on,
people,
guys.
other than the black
Anna.
people who were brought here as slaves, who came to this country illegally.
They're
From a
not
lot
the
of
same as
different-
black people who were brought here against
That's
our
ex-
will. We do not
Listen,
have unlimited resources.
I think
in
a
this
lot of
country
Americans-
to take care of other
There's
people.
a hell of a lot of
hold on,
people,
guys.
other than the black
Anna.
people who were brought here as slaves, who came to this country illegally.
Take care of other
There's
people.
a hell of a lot of
hold on,
people,
guys.
other than the black
Anna.
people who were brought here as slaves, who came to this country illegally.
Take care of other
There's
people.
a hell of a lot of
hold on,
people,
guys.
other than the black
Anna.
people who were brought here as slaves, who came to this country illegally.
Take care of other
There's
people.
a hell of a lot of
hold on,
people,
guys.
other than the black
Anna.
people who were brought here as slaves, who came to this country illegally.
Take care of other
There's
people.
a hell of a lot of
hold on,
people,
guys.
other than the black
Anna.
people who were brought here as slaves, who came to this country illegally.
She's a racist. She said that in the spirit of, in a racist spirit. She spoke to him with a racist spirit. Like, there's a hell of a lot of black people. There's a hell of a lot of people other than black people that came here illegally as slaves. Look at her. She's a ghastly demon. And then she tried to, like, overdo her apology. What you apologizing for? You ain't say nothing, right? You ain't say nothing wrong, right? You a person of color too, man. You can't get mad at you, man. We can only get mad at white people, man. Black people can only get mad with white people. We can't get mad at people of color, man. We all the same gang, man.
They're
A
not
lot
the
of
same as
different-
black people who were brought here against
That's
our will.
exactly what I
They
just said.
decided
I
to
said
walk
there is
their
a
butts
lot of
across the
people
border. There's
other
a big
than the
difference.
black
There is
people.
a big
That's
difference.
exactly what
There's
I
a
just
big
said.
difference.
That's
Share
exactly
Michael,
what I just
Share
said,
Michael,
Sir Michael.
and
You can act indignant. That's
Okay.
exactly what
It's
I
not
just
about
said.
acting
I-
indignant.
Yes, it is.
let me
You just heard me
share
say
Michael.
that other than the black people
Anna
who
and
have
share
came
Michael.
as
You're
slaves,
high ground
there are
here.
a lot of people from
Share
many,
Michael. I
many
think you
countries
actually
that came
misheard
here
what
illegally.
I think you misheard what she said.
No, he purposely misheard.
She said.
I purposely
Yes, you
misheard.
did.
So now you're in my
Share
brain?
Michael, listen to me for
Is
just a second.
Is that where we're going?
You
Share
think
Michael.
I would
listen to me
say
for a
I who
second.
have advocated
Anna,
for black
please
people
stop.
my entire life would
Anna,
say something like that?
Anna,
Give me a
Because
damn
you've
break.
advocated for black people.
She's advocated for black Democrats her entire life. She talks to black Republicans and black conservatives like this. Press 1. You ain't advocated for no black people your entire life, you fucking whore. You only advocate for black Democrats and black progressives, you slut bucket.
That where we're going?
You
Share
think
Michael.
I would
Listen to me
say
for a
I who
second.
have advocated
Anna,
for black
please
people
stop.
my entire life would
Anna,
say something like that?
Anna,
Give me a
Because
damn
you've
break.
advocated for black
Anna,
people,
please
great.
stop.
Congratulations. Last time I checked, I'm black. You're not.
Okay, Share Michael.
That's right. I'm Latino, and my people are being racially
It is-
profiled.
it is-
and
And do I have to
unfairly
remind you the history of my people?
Share
Do
Michael.
I
I
want
have
to
to
go
read-
there?
no, I
Do you
don't.
really
Okay.
want to go there?
I
and
don't
never
know
hide
the
ground?
history.
Raul,
You're
we're going to
kidding
go
me.
to break.
You know
Raul
why?
Reyes, thank you very much for joining us. Everybody else, hang tight.
Wow. She said, I actually know the history of your people. Wow. She's a feisty little tamale, man. Look at her little hot tamale, man. She need a wake-up call, man. You need to be put in your place, you little habanero pepper, you.
Congratulations. Last time I checked, I'm black. You're not.
Okay, Michael.
That's right. I'm Latino, and my people are being racially profiled.
It is.
And
And do I have to remind you the history of my people?
Sure,
Do
Michael.
you want to go there?
No, I
Do
don't.
you really
Okay,
want to go
we're
there?
gonna
and
go
never
to break.
have
the
one?
history.
Raul, we're
You're
gonna go to
looking
break.
at
Raul
why-
Reyes, thank you very much for joining us. Everybody else, hang tight.
History was not
We'll be right back.
erased when I was studying history, like the
And Anna Navarro, man. She's a demon, man. She's a wicked woman, man. She's a demon woman, man. She's a demon woman, man. Wow. 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 That demon woman. You you devil. Let's see this right here. What is this right here? It says racist white woman calls an autistic 5-year-old black child a nigger at the playground. No child is safe around them. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we get some sponsors for the show, man. Who's going to sponsor the show tonight, man? Sponsor the show, man. We need some sponsors. Let's see, man.
You call him a nigger, the child? Did you call the child the nigger word? It is my own business. You call him a nigger? Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again?
Fuck you, nigger.
Okay.
Nigger.
All right.
That's right, man. He's tired, man. He's tired of people, man. That ain't even a nigga, man. That's some other person trying to yeah, white people, let your nuts hang, man. Tired of these niggas too, man. Tired of niggas, man. Everybody tired of niggas, man. They just can't say it, man. They just can't say it, man. I'm tired of niggas, man. Oh, man, I'm tired of niggas. Look at that beautiful white Nordic queen, man. That's a goddess, man. That's a goddamn pure Anglo Nordic queen, man. If she snap because of you niggas every once in a while, you should have every person had a get out of nigger jail free card. Once a year, you should be able to use the N-word, man. Let me actually do a poll on that. How many times a year should you be able to use the N-word, man? Niggas is annoying, man. Everybody tired of niggas, man. Everybody tired of niggas, man. This will help. This will help, man. We need a nigga get out of jail free card. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see what you guys think, man. Come on. Go ahead, man. Take that poll, man. Take that poll, man. Shout out to Daniel, man. He said Glider Education Foundation to prevent Glider Education Foundation to prevent the needless enrichment of caucastic peoples fund donation. All right. I mean, like, for real, man. Salute to my man Daniel, man. Listen, man. We gotta do something, man. So people gonna start snapping, man. We gotta mitigate this, man. People gonna start snapping. So we gotta get them an outlet, man. So many people have in fatigue, man. Everything's racist. Black people want to goddamn dominate every conversation. Everything that happens, they gonna find some way it's racist against them and steal the suck up all the oxygen in the room. They're gonna act crazy in public spaces and cry racism. People gonna snap, man. So I say give them a get out of jail. Give them a let people say the N word, man. I don't know how many times they should be able to say it. You can take the poll, but people should be able to give an outlet, man. Nothing resets you and recalibrates you, and like a good N word, man. Dropping the good with the hard ER. I mean the hard ER. Like Tony the Tiger. Nigger. Like drop that roll to Mars, man. Roll to Mars, man. Look at this beautiful Anglican Nordic queen, man. Y'all just ruined her life with some crazy accusations, man.
You call him a nigger, the child?
The fuck you talking
Did you
about?
call the child the nigger word?
None of your fucking business.
It is my own business. You call him a nigger? Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again?
Fuck you, nigger.
Okay.
Nigger.
All right, that's what you say.
You don't go digging through people's shit, you dumb fuck.
Nobody dig into your shit.
A little fucking kid just did, you dumbass.
That little kid, you call him a nigger? Yeah. The little child?
What if he acts like one, he's gonna
Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child, 5-year-old, a nigger, the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know, that's a hate speech. And you can be recorded for that.
I don't give a shit.
Huh.
Fuck off.
Okay, we'll see about that, what the internet has to say about you.
Seeing is believing. I have never seen anybody be racist to a child on the spectrum of autism. Today, this is her.
He's never seen anybody be racist to a child on the spectrum. Okay.
You call him a nigger, the child?
She got in fatigue, man. She snapped, man. More people gonna start snapping too, man. mm. Let me drop the link, man. Let me drop the link, man. Let me drop the link, man. Well, won't let me. Let me. Here we go. Let me. Let me drop this thing. Let me drop the link. The fuck? Let me. What in the world? It's not letting me drop the link. Okay, let me see. Salute to I'm Marlon, man. I'm Marlon in the building. Salute to I'm Marlon, man. Niggas ain't doing nothing but complaining, man. You should be able to drop an N-word, like a hard R, man. You should be able to stand on your porch and shit. Just spread your arms and go, nigga. Once a year, man. These niggas still complaining about the draft, man. Fucking coaches said the dude wasn't good enough, man. They said Shedeur wasn't good enough to act like an asshole, man.
I don't understand how Shedeur went all the way to the 5th round and by the worst team. I know what everybody else want to say. You're saying the politically correct thing fuck that. I don't think he should be here. And I really do think the president has something to do with this in a good way. Like, hey, yo, tweet about it. Boom. Obviously, he get picked 5 minutes later from the worst motherfucking team that could have picked him. And the coach, I don't know if y'all seen the interview of the fucking coach. This fucking guy has the GM, sorry. This fucking guy have no coof about nothing that he is fucking saying. Andrew Berry, shove it up your ass. One of the worst interviews I've ever seen a GM do about a player that they are drafting. He's saying shit that we already know. Why are you guys, we expect him to come in and work hard. Nothing's given to you. Ain't nothing gave to no fucking body. He's a fucking 5th round pick. You got 5 motherfucking quarterbacks. Bro, this shit got me hot, bro.
Oh man, I gotta use the bathroom. Where's Virgil's grave? Okay, so oh my god.
Wow. And this nigga was crying about Virgil Abloh, man. Kanye be saying, Kanye just says the worst shit. Look at these guys, man. What the fuck is going on with these people, man?
Oh man, I gotta use the bathroom. Where's Virgil's grave? Okay, so oh my god.
That wasn't.
I don't want to go with that joke.
I would prefer that one over the quick one.
The quick one.
I'll take the Virgil one. Virgil can't come after me.
But one of Virgil's millionaires will, so no one.
Yeah.
One of the people that Virgil changed their lives is gonna come after you. So that means no one's coming after you.
Damn. Damn.
For that 69-cent motherfucking cigar, motherfucker.
No,
Fuck you,
get you
nigga.
for 69, motherfucker. Get the
You
fuck
all
out.
right? Yeah, dog, man. Just calm down. Don't. What you need? I get it. What you need?
I need a motherfucking black. I don't want that. I want a sweet.
You want sweet? All right, go outside. I got you. Cool. These guys cool.
Man, them guys ain't shit. They cool as long as you abide within their rules. But their rules are you.
It's all right.
They got a real arrogance about themselves. I don't
It's
fucking
okay.
like, bro.
It's okay. I'm gonna get that for him. Let me get a jazz
Get arrogance
play.
out your ass.
Jazz
You
play.
ain't all that.
That nigga lucky he told that nigga to leave. That nigga, he lucky he ain't getting no smoke. He said, go outside. He lucky he ain't getting no smoke.
For that 69-cent motherfucking cigar, motherfucker.
No,
Fuck you,
get you
nigga.
for 69, motherfucker. Get the
You
fuck
all
out.
right? Yeah, dog, man. Just calm down. Don't. What you need? I get it. What you need?
I need a motherfucking black. I don't want that. I want a sweet.
You want sweet? All right, go outside. I got you. Cool. These guys cool.
Man, them guys ain't shit. They cool as long as you abide within their rules. But their rules are you.
It's all right.
They got a real arrogance about themselves. I don't
It's
fucking
okay.
like, bro.
It's okay. I'm gonna get that for him. Let me get a jazz
Get
play.
arrogance out your ass.
Jazz
You
play.
ain't all that.
Nigga, telling me that I'm a bully. I'm anti-Semitic fully. They saying I'm acting like Hitler, but
What's up, Pantheon? What's
Morning,
going on,
you've
Pantheon?
been I said you've been muted since before Hitler.
Oh, the Fuhrer, man. Shout out to the Fuhrer, man.
Yeah, no, you've been muted since before, so no one heard you talking.
Oh, well, all I was saying was salute to the Fuhrer, man. The Fuhrer, man. Hail to the Fuhrer, man. I wasn't saying nothing. I ain't missed nothing. I just was saying salute to the Fuhrer. I was pleased by how much love the Fuhrer was getting, man. You know, that's what they call him, the Fuhrer, right? You know what they call him, the Fuhrer?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I guess UK, yeah, we say Fuhrer, but we just say Hitler as well.
Yeah. Shout out to Hitler, man. Salute to Hitler, man.
I do think he's having a renaissance period where a lot of people are doing more research and they're saying fundamentally he wasn't the worst in terms of his views.
Nah, I mean, in the Holocaust, as far as like the amount of bodies and it's solely being about Jews, like it really wasn't all Jews. It was actually a lot of different groups. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Disabled, other ethnics,
other ethnic gypsies, the biracials. You know, because a lot of black soldiers after World War One impregnated a lot of German women, and they were there. So it was not just Jews, and then it wasn't 6 million. You know, it was, if they say 6 million, it probably was like 6,000. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I think the reason why I'm saying the Renaissance as well is because especially in British schools. It's just drummed into you. Like, this is the worst catastrophe in human history.
Yeah, exactly.
And you couldn't have a different opinion. So I think now with more research, text, videos, everything, people are just having a renaissance period with him and thinking, actually, what he was saying, what he was believing isn't as, worst human alive as ever.
Shout out to the Fuhrer, man. Shout out to the Fuhrer, man. Let's see what happens here in this store, man. Wow. Look at the damage they do, man. Destroying public spaces. This is probably over like his card got declined or he was asked to leave. Something very
Your
small.
EBT card.
Yeah,
There's
something
no
very
money on it.
small. This is not over some major thing. This is over some small thing. He sucks at a sister would have knocked every single item on the floor. This is the difference between men. Sisters are more meticulous when they destroy stores. You notice that? They make sure every
It's
single
female
item.
nature, isn't it? He's just
Yeah.
crashing out, but has no aim. He tried to do the glass, didn't work. He's gone to the till, not working.
Yeah, sister would take every individual item. Like I'm talking about every cup holder, every top, every fucking piece stick of gum, every single item would be on the floor. Jesus Christ.
Somebody needs to get that number so we can call him when he dozes off.
Wicked has it, but he doesn't come on.
I thought it was my phone. I have the same ring.
Yeah.
Verizon standard ring.
Yeah. Shout out to Jimmy Stewart, man. He says, muted, man. Muted. Oh, man. I didn't know I was muted, man. I was muted for a while, man. But you know what, man? I wasn't saying that. I was just saying hail to the Fuhrer, man.
Probably better than what we heard what you had to say on the
Yeah,
Fuhrer.
exactly.
Yeah, I was going
exactly.
to say.
That was divine intervention.
Yeah, exactly, man. Hail to the Fuhrer, man.
However, if there's a lip reader in the Ock Nation, I'd like to see the transcript.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Fuhrer, man. He's getting big love out here. Oh, let's see this one. Uh-oh.
You might be the first person to ever have said that. Shout out to the Fuhrer. You might be the first.
Oh, really? No, that's it. This has never been uttered. Yeah, man. It says during a verbal argument on the subway, an Indian woman tells a black woman that if she wants respect, she needs to respect her too. The black woman gets up and says she's about to punch the Indian woman in the face for talking about respect. Let's see. See if we can.
Well, you know about India's long history of slavery. You know about that.
Yeah, definitely, man.
She's probably wearing the hair of some relative of that Indian woman.
I want to show you.
I didn't even touch you. What is it?
I want to show you. You call me a bitch and I ain't even say shit to you.
You call me bitch.
No, you call me a bitch first.
You want respect from me? You want respect me too? Okay?
I'm not gonna punch you in your face. You talking about respect? You about this? You are going to have it. Transfer is available to the C train. Transfer to the C-36.
Diversity is our strength.
Indian woman's counterpart thinks the ceiling is so interesting.
Yeah.
Men are so weak these days. No, I get it. It's self-preservation, but still.
I mean, I don't even know if he's with her.
No, he's not with her. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're in a public space and the sister's chimping out, and like he's not that big of a guy, it's best to stay out of it, man. Best to stay out of it, man. That sister can cause so many problems, man. Like some simp can come out of nowhere and like stab you in the heart some you know, if you
She could hit
grab
you in the head
her,
with. She could hit you in the
yeah,
head with one of those track relay batons.
yeah, exactly. It's a lot that can go wrong. They're like walking disasters. So if you stay out of, if you interject yourself into their bullshit, it's just like kind of like potluck. It sounds like a crapshoot. What's gonna happen to you, man? Um, you never know, man. Um, you talking about the prefrontal cortex. Average IQ by country. This is sad, man. I ain't even gonna lie, man. This is sad, man. The global south, as they call it, man. And the only countries in the global south that have high IQs are ones where they're like majority
Gliders.
white pop. Yeah, Australia and Argentina.
Yeah. The tiny little tip of South Africa doesn't seem to be lit up, though. It should be.
Yeah.
I think the black population is too big for them.
But
for the Africans to show up on the screen.
Look at the Central African color and score, what that represents. Can't see it because the super stickers away, but that's 60. Is that an IQ of 60?
That's negative 65. Oh, hold on.
Oh, less than 65. Wow. Yeah, so 60.
We're talking about like fucking retarded.
Like a golden retriever is deemed to be smarter than
a
that.
seal, yeah, a seal. It's like a seal, man, or a fucking
collectively a colony of ants.
A weasel.
A colony of termites collectively has a higher IQ. They can build something that's 20 relative stories high.
Wow. God damn, man. And then you look at what's going on in that part of the world, though. There's been fucking chaos and turmoil ever since recorded history in that part of the world. No one can fix that part of the world.
No, colonialism was the only chance they had. And, those days are gone.
Jeez.
Middle East is not so great either. I mean, 85.
Yeah, and they're all inbred too. And plus, it's probably hard to get accurate numbers out of that region, the Middle East, you know, of everything that's going on over there.
America's holding steady at 95, which is less than the sort of standard average. Canada, I wonder why Canada has a higher IQ than America. This gets into that per capita question that so many people struggle with.
Wow. That is absolutely amazing, man.
The tiny little part of Manhattan and part of Beverly Hills have the 105.
Jeez. That shit is sad, man. That shit is sad and undeniable, man. So this is a liquor store in Compton.
Good God. Looks like going to a prison.
Come with me to the liquor store in Compton.
3 gates.
Good God.
They're saving for a 4th gate. That's their goal for 2026. The 4th gate.
It's a liquor store to buy.
If they've gotten in that far, they can still be a lot of trouble.
This is.
Well, I've seen open gates back out. Okay, I was going to say it's probably harder or booby trap.
This is what it takes, man, to serve this many communities like this. Target. I told you I went to Target. This was probably a couple years ago.
Come with me to the
get
liquor store
a pack
in
of
Compton.
socks. I wanted to get some socks, and I had to fucking call the manager, man. I was like, God damn. I called the manager. And he was like, yo. I was like, yo, just stay with me for a minute because I need some other things. And I had to get some deodorant. He had to unlock the deodorant. Like basically everything was locked up in Target. And this was in Prince George's County. And I was like, wow, shit's
Yeah,
sad, man.
it's starting to happen in the UK. So I mean, obviously during lockdown there were the perspex glasses for staying 6 feet apart, but now with the rise of shoplifting, like the alcohol's being locked up, a lot of individual things have the boxes and individual security monitors. It's very annoying, especially just knowing where you were like 3 years ago, 18 months ago.
Yeah,
Come with me to the liquor
this
store
is
in
fucking
Compton.
sad, man. It's fucking sad, man. God, dog. That Nordic Queen, man. Um, we're gonna do this one when I get back, man. I gotta go do something right quick, man. Hold it down for a second, man. I'll be right back.
But the lady at the playground kind of goes to my point. Like, okay, she said it. What's happening to her? Nothing. So someone may try and dox her if they can find her. If she owns her own business, like how is that person saying you said that to a child? Like going to affect her? It's not. But he's butthurt on the internet. Is it just me, guys? Anyway, since it's just
My
me for the
audio
time.
keeps fucking up, but I'm
Okay,
here
good.
now.
I was going to go off on a monologue, but hello, KB. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Pantheon, would you tell us your favorite anti-white slur?
My favorite anti-white slur. Um, I can't really think of anything, to be honest. I think things like that don't occupy
You
like
gotta
my
pick one.
brain. Uh, what have I heard? I haven't. Okay. I'm gonna be thinking for a while, KB. Well, what's yours
Well,
then?
my favorite slur is probably moon cricket.
That doesn't really denote anything to me. Like I don't really get anything from that. Anyway, since KB's audio is playing up, hello to everyone in the chat. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the super chats going whilst Ak is away. It seems that he does have energy tonight, so he probably won't sleep. But I guess we can take bets. We'll take them in the form of super chats. Hope everyone is doing well. It's always weird because every time he goes off, you think, oh, you have a lot to say. Then when it actually happens, your mind goes blank. So
Yeah, it's funny how that works.
but I do have some links that I want him to see, especially so the police officer, the little tiff that I had with Alexander Barron when he said that he felt sorry for Chris Carber and then Mark Duggan, the guy who started the London 2011 riots. So even though the police officer was found not guilty of anything with Chris Carber, the Met's independent police investigators are trying to now put him on for gross misconduct, which is very interesting
Like
because he was
10.
found.
It's 2011.
Yeah, no. Sorry, it's two people. So the 2011 was Mark Duggan, the guy who set off the London riots, and then Chris Carver was, I think it's going to be 3 years this year. So the police officer was literally found not guilty in a trial earlier this year, and then Alexander Barron and I were having a tiff because he was saying he felt sorry for Chris Carver. So the same police officer who was just found not guilty is now about to be tried for gross misconduct, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't think anything going on in your country or mine makes much sense.
Okay, so I'm going to do some calls.
But
So
I've
Benny
never heard
said,
of any of the stuff you just mentioned.
yeah, I'll try and send the link. So Benny said, what do I think of the sister that went to Ghana, hated it, and came back? I think that she probably thought Ghana was like Wakanda, and then was like, I'm going to invest in these people. I'm going to live life and F America and all their institutional racism. And then once she got there and saw how things don't work, in the sense of you have to bribe some people, power switches off even if you have a generator. Just things are not as what everyone is used to in Western society. Of course she had to come back.
Yeah, I don't know how long she stayed there, but it seemed like at least a few months, which is kind of surprising.
Yeah, I mean,
figured she'd last a week.
with other videos I've seen, I think people have done within 3 months they're feeling the difference. I mean, obviously, but I think within 3 to 6 months they feel the difference. But it's the same thing I say with desert demons, especially like the women. You all come here, you can't even drive in your country, and you're busy here in the UK in Mercedes and nice cars, driving, independent, getting your Amazon packages, all these free things that you would not be able to do.
Hey,
And then
the women
Maybe
can drive in Saudi Arabia. They just need permission.
Maybe escape your teen. Maybe escape your teen years with your clitoris intact.
Exactly. FGM, everything, yeah. Because even now I've seen videos at Mecca with their little stone, where even the women are being sexually harassed. I'm like, that's your men. That's the standard basis of your men. Where you can't even touch
The
your
black
stone.
cube.
Yeah, exactly. Where you can't even touch the stone and you're being harassed.
Devilish shit.
Hey, give us more questions in the chat, guys.
What can't you touch?
The black stone.
The black cube.
What is that?
In Mecca.
Oh.
It's not good.
Never been.
I'll tell you that much.
Mecca is not good?
No.
Did you say Mecca's not good?
All of them, desert demons.
Yes.
Can be removed from the planet with immediate effect.
That's scary talk.
They must renounce Islam.
Yo, if y'all had your own show, it would be like the lowest rated show in all.
I know. That's what I was saying.
Yo.
I was gone for a while. I'm just getting
Y'all
started.
couldn't even, yo, Benny fucking Hill and Mr. Bean fucking better than
that's literally what I said. Like when someone's not up, you're like, oh, if Ak takes a break, I'll be saying all of this. You know, my mouth will be non-stop. And then when you go, it's like dead. Nothing.
We were just,
this is my moment.
We were just getting all Muslims need to be removed.
We're just getting warmed up. When you fall asleep, we'll try again.
Okay.
What's happening here?
Nigga, you ain't talking. No, nigga, you scared, nigga.
I'm scared?
Yeah, you scared.
You know
nigga.
I ain't scared.
You ain't alive, nigga.
You know I ain't
I already
scared.
told you I'm Jesus, nigga. So what you
fucked
fearing,
up,
nigga?
boy. You know I ain't
Nigga,
scared.
I ain't hearing that shit, man.
I ain't scared of no power.
I ain't hearing that shit, man.
Bitch.
Listen, man.
You got me fucked
Listen,
up.
man. Hey, get your hand out of my face, boy.
Fuck
Get your hand
you,
out of my
man,
face, bro. You ain't about that life. You're not about that life, bro.
Bro, you know I'm very about this life.
You can't protect these two. You can't protect these two. You can't protect these two.
That ain't the ones you gotta worry about.
I'm not worried about them.
If it ain't pieces, they killing white boys that track me. But I'd be pissed too if a white boy don't let me. White boy, white rose, Jack Frost. Bitch, I paint your whole
was tough as a white boy. You think I'm soft? Cause I'm a fucking white boy. Ever get your ass beat by a fucking white boy? Can't fool the residue, I call that shit white boy. Came up, life was tough as a white boy. You think I'm soft?
He's a white boy?
White boy. Ever get your ass beat by a fucking white boy?
Sure, people.
White boy, cracker, honky, I heard it all. It ain't white privilege, dog. I'm just out working y'all. Running shit like Bobby Boucher at the
Why do they all look like mulattoes?
Can't jump on my money going vertical. White on white
this would be a lot cooler if he wasn't rapping.
For a white guy, see my dick seem normal.
Yeah, man, white people don't sound tough.
Feel like I'm snowboarding.
Nor should they.
Ginger spit a flow, cause a code orange. Red alert, go berserk, smoking white widow. My Mexican homies tell me that I'm their favorite gringo. My skin blanco, speak English with a southern drawl.
Favorite gringo.
In the court of law.
I vote no. Whatever that was, I vote no.
They Southern boys, though.
Referring to yourself as white.
Yeah, that's Florida.
Like, just no.
That is Florida.
Yeah, you can tell they
100%
Southern boys. They Southern boys. So
Okay,
they got
yeah.
a little, they got a little toughness. But you can tell the way they talk.
See, the thing about it, toughness is so different in the black community because, like, when niggas talk about tough, they talking about throwing your life in the drain. Like, when niggas talk about tough, like that interaction right here, this black guy ain't tough because he didn't swing or yet. Or, like, and if he swung, yeah, but let's just say they got into something, right? And the white boys got the better of it. If he don't come back and kill them, he's soft.
Yeah.
White dudes don't have that. If these white dudes got their ass kicked by that black dude, they wouldn't have to come back and kill him. There wouldn't be pressure for their community to come back and kill him.
No, they'd be facing charges. Consulting lawyers.
So it's like being
Free white
tough
men.
when you black being tough is very hard to be tough, man. It's very hard to be tough.
But I give credit to the only gliders that's probably like that, a little ignorant. I did some clubs for them, Albanians.
Eastern Europeans.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Albanians are nuts.
Serbs.
I've done some clubs up there in North Jersey for them, and they, I had to always confiscate their guns a lot. And I'm like, yo, you can't bring that in here. So they're a little
The
different.
country of Albania is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they blow people up. They use bombs a lot too. Like in their little beefs between clans, they use bombs. And,
Yeah, there's definitely groups of hardcore white people, mainly like drug users in the U.S., but like it's such a small percentage. It's not really countable to comparative to other populations.
Yeah, the amount of young black dudes that are doing long prison sentences is absolutely insane. I'm talking about for just the street beef, the hood, and all that shit. I'm talking about 80, 100 years. It's incalculable how many of them are in prison right now. And those guys are considered. Some of those guys are considered tough. Some of them not. Some of them, you still a bitch, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's the black existence is.
To kill you.
Oh,
Excuse me, good sir. Would you mind moving out of my seat, please? Nah, nigga. I'd rather kill you. Excuse me, good sir. Would you mind moving out of my seat, please? Nah, nigga. I'd rather kill you.
Yeah,
I hate this shit.
This whole situation right here just tells you the difference. Like, the white boy thought he was not tough, but he thought he was standing up for what was right. Like, like this dude from another team, school is in our tent.
Enforcing the rules.
I'll stand up. I'll stand up, and you know what I mean. And I have a status because I'm a great student. You know what I'm saying? That gives me status in this community. But in the black kids community, you're a straight buster. Having great grades and shit. So it was just imbalance from the beginning. You know what I mean? that white guy, like I'm a great student. I'm active in my church, and I'm captain of the football team. Therefore, I'm the one that will stand up for what's right
I am the
in this
racist who will approach you.
menial, like very, very, just benign situation. And the black
Inconsequential.
kids like, yeah, inconsequential situation. And the black dude's like, yo, I'm a wannabe. I'm from the suburbs now. My parents have moved us to the suburbs and shit now, and I'm still trying to be down with the. I'm still trying to prove to myself and others that I'm still down. I'm hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real black, the real ninja. You know what I'm saying? And
Authentically black.
yeah, and I'll kill you in front of all these people to prove that. It was just, man, the scales was just off, and Austin never even knew it because you got to be like at that age, even at our age, it's still nuances to it that we can't understand all the way. But yeah, like you got a little guy from Baton Rouge who now lives in a affluent suburb, and he's still like fighting in school and hanging with the group of kids that are bad in that area, and he has he'll kill you in front of everyone and doesn't even really think about it like that until once he did it, and once it was like, yo, yeah, you be charged with first degree murder. That's when it hit. Like, oh shit. I left Baton Rouge, came to this great suburb, and I'm still gonna go to fucking prison for the rest of my life.
Here's hoping.
Oh
But
yeah, he's done.
it's always so interesting because any son man in the hood, oh, all I needed was a chance. I wish I had a better upbringing. I wish I lived in the suburbs. I wish
Do
I
they
had
even
all these
say that?
opportunities. Yeah, of course they do. And then when they have that life, oh, I just want to be, as you said, authentically black. I want to go to the hood. I want to show I'm a real nigga.
Yeah,
It's fascinating.
yeah. Listen, when I was going to Quaker school during my breaks from school, I was riding around in stolen cars. We were robbing people and shit. Like, I mean, that's when all those stories that I'm telling y'all about,
Yeah,
a lot
I
of them were during
remember.
the summertime, you know what I'm saying, between school years or during Christmas breaks or during Thanksgiving breaks or Easter breaks, whenever I came home. Um, that was, you know what I'm saying, that was, what I was doing. And I didn't even realize I was rebelling because, or trying to, authenticate myself. I didn't realize that at the time. And maybe I wasn't. Maybe I just was going through that bad, like, just wanting to be bad. Like a lot of black kids, when they become teenagers, they want to be bad. They want to do bad stuff. Like that little kid say I had to do hood rat stuff with my friends, smoking with cigarettes and shit, and doing hood rat stuff with my friends. That's like how
Stealing my
you,
grandma's car.
yeah, that's the type of stuff yeah, we stole my stepfather's car, man. Yeah, man. He was
It's
mad as hell
fascinating.
too.
It's such a
Yeah.
grass is greener mentality. I think everyone wants what the other side has.
Yeah. Um, it was like it's like, yeah, I mean, let me tell you something, man. I can't tell you how many cars I broke into. I couldn't put
God.
a number on it. When I talk about breaking, like we would just walk down the street like fucking 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the morning. You'd be surprised how little people are out after 11 at night. Like no one's out, right? If you're on the street at 11, you're the only person out there in most neighborhoods, no matter what city is. Maybe not New York, but any other city. If you and if you especially if you know where the hot spots are, the open air drug markets, you know to stay away from those. The other places besides those open air drug markets or maybe a club let out or something, there's no one on the streets. Especially like once you get into the wee hours of the morning. We used to just walk around. Me and my cousin used to just walk around and pull on car door handles, and some would open. Sometimes we break them with a screwdriver and just go through this car and look for stuff and shit like that.
Can you
Find
drive
stuff.
manual cars?
Huh?
Can you drive manual cars?
No, I can't drive
Yeah,
a manual.
that's one thing I think that Americans should go back to. Like, if you want to at least give yourself a chance of your car not being stolen, especially if you have a Toyota Corolla or a Honda Accord. Those are your two big
Where
cars.
was it a couple of years ago? The kids tried to jack the car, and when they found out it was a manual transmission, they
Yes,
shot
at the petrol station.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
and
can't
and they
remember.
couldn't drive off, and they had to give the driver back his keys.
Yeah.
I think it would at least
these kids shot
give
him.
you a
They were
chance.
pissed.
Let's see this. Yeah.
What's up, OJ?
What's up with y'all?
Bro, we don't got that 250. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
I got 250.
Well, how y'all think y'all ride without 250?
Because, like, it's only 250, bro. You got
Go rob somebody and get your bus together.
No, man. Come on, man. Yo, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
What's up, OJ?
Gotta beat their asses.
We don't got that 250. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
I got 250.
Well, how y'all think y'all ride without 250?
Because, like, it's only 250, bro. You got
No.
Babylon.
So this happens in London a lot, and what's worse is that under 18s have free bus travel. They just need to have their Oyster card, which has their picture on it, because it's a child's photo card. And still, some boys, especially some teens, and all the additions, the Somalis, Eritreans, all those little gremlins, they will go on to the bus driver. Oh, can we just get on? Can we just get on? The bus driver's like, where is your literal photo card, Oyster? Oh, we don't have it. We're just at school. We're just going home. Can we just get on? Can we just get on? And sometimes they get on. Sometimes the bus driver stops, or sometimes he just ignores them. But it's like you literally have free travel till you're 18, and you cannot do the basic thing of just making sure you have your photo card on you.
No, making things
It's
easy for
asking
sons.
too much, isn't it?
Making things easy for sons is one of the dumbest things that
Makes
grinders
things harder for yourself.
Yeah, because they haven't figured out that no matter how easy you make it, it's never going to be easy enough.
I'm reminded of that sun word in Britain that would go into people's houses and film it and post it on TikTok.
Oh, Mizzy.
Yeah, whatever happened to him?
I think he was. I think he went to prison. I think he had a sentence of some kind. But yeah, I mean, he dropped off the face of the planet, to be honest.
Because of racism.
I know.
Salute to Deluxe 247, aka Cal Ripken, aka the real MVP, coming through once again. Let's see. What's the sister talking about?
That bus driver messed up by saying no, because when he said no, that's when the kids rushed to the back of the bus, and they're doing that to prove that they're not going to take that for an answer. The bus driver should have said what, instead of saying no, he should have said what he's going to do if they don't get off the bus. He would be like, he should have been saying like, well, this bus ain't moving until you get off, because then the dialogue continues and it's not the answer they're expecting. When they hear no, they want to escalate and stuff. So like, when I'm opening a pod door and some of the inmates want out, if I tell them no, they're going to push on the door harder and shit. But when I say I'm closing the door, they don't tend to push, they actually tend to just back up. Like they don't take direct words lightly. They want to kind of like beat around the bush a bit in a weird way.
They
don't want to be challenged.
Play the game. Yeah, they don't want to seem like they're punking out or they're relenting to your authority. Let's see what this sister's talking about.
Don't come up to me like that. Get in the
Well,
elevator. Get in the elevator.
That is weird. I don't want to be here. There's not a black person in sight.
Let's go. Out.
You keep that out.
Let's go.
Threatening me. Threat? What was the threat?
Let's go.
Get off me.
No.
Get the fuck off me, officer. Get off of me. I know my rights.
No, you need to go.
Get off of me.
This is your last one.
There isn't one of them that knows their rights.
They can't read or write, but they know their rights.
If you don't, you are going to
Still giving her a chance.
Do you understand it? You have been told to leave numerous times.
But that's not how it works. You can't arrest me. I didn't do that.
You need.
That's how look at the camera and tell me that you was dumb as hell. I'm going to sue you.
Go.
Because I want to know why they
Stop. Okay.
Get the off of me. Get off of me.
Come on.
Off of me.
Come on.
Get off of me. Get off of me.
Let's go.
You're not putting me on the ankle monitor.
Stop.
Listen to me. I didn't do nothing to her. You're not listening to me.
You have to leave.
Because
She
of
wants.
what?
She wants you
Because
to.
she wants me to. That's not
She
right.
doesn't need a reason.
She
Her
don't
shirt says, "I don't know, I don't care, and I don't give a fuck."
need a reason.
She
Tells you
doesn't.
everything.
How? That's
It's a
legal?
private.
So that's legal.
Yes,
So
it
that's
is.
legal. Look,
Yes,
one
it
time
is.
it's not a private business.
Yes, it is.
She probably doesn't
So
feel
you
safe.
want to take a fucking bad officer attendant?
Okay.
You don't know who the fuck I am, and she don't either. I want to ask
You
a
need
question.
to leave.
This is free will.
You need
It's
to
free
leave.
speech. I can ask
You
her a
need to
question.
leave.
If my daughter is here, I don't have to leave. If my daughter is here,
You need to
if
leave.
my
How many
kid,
times do I need to keep telling you that
my
you
kid
need
is
to leave?
here.
You're
My
not.
kid is
You're
here.
not going
My
back
kid
in,
is-
but you need to leave for the 100th
For the
time.
100th time.
You need to
You gotta
leave.
stop talking to me. I swear to God, y'all be so racist, bro.
There it is.
Don't say that. I'll beat your asshole.
You need to
Magic
leave.
word.
Got you. Come outside.
Hey,
Right now.
just-
Come out there, so what you want to say something to me too?
Yes, you
What?
need to leave.
What?
Walk
Why
away.
bring me in here? I don't want to.
You're coming back with us.
What did I do? I'm trying to tell you I didn't do nothing. Please, I'm sorry.
No, we're past that.
No, we're not.
We're past that.
Please.
Do not catch another
Why
charge.
is it always once they're shackled?
Please.
Come on, time for your naps.
Come on, stand up.
Time for bed.
Stand up.
Come on, little baby.
We're gonna 1, 2, 3.
2-year-old. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
I guess since they say they have the memory of their ancestors, once the shackles go on, then the memory like fully returns. And then they're like, "Oh, I need to behave myself. The shackles are on."
What do the
Their
comments say
profile.
about that? Do the people side with her? She didn't do nothing. Why are they taking her away? Telepathic N-bombs.
Oh god.
Elon, forget Mars. We need to develop telepathic N-bombs. That'll solve everything.
Oh my god.
Ew, that's how that 18-year-old died.
Yeah. Mm. Wow. Oh man.
I have a link in the back chat. It's
Oh,
very
yeah.
yeah. It's a nice watch.
What? Let me check this out.
But just going from nothing was taken to the amounts that came out of her was crazy. No pun intended.
Mm.
So yeah, I made a video about me owing student loans, right? I owe about $150,000 in student loans. I got 2 degrees. I got a bachelor's in biology and I got a master's in second.
That's scary, but she got a bachelor's in biology. Yikes. From where?
She can be found on the evolutionary chart.
Like where did she get a bachelor's in biology from?
Had to have been from fucking some high-end university. Ain't no community
DeVry.
college charging that much shit.
ITT Tech.
Wow.
And she went out and got a job as a what? With her 2 degrees?
I owe about $150,000 in student loans.
I don't know, but I want
got
those
2
chicken
degrees.
wings.
I got a bachelor's in biology and I got a master's in secondary education with an endorsement in clinical mental health counseling, right? I said, so y'all mean to tell me y'all gonna garnish my check?
Endorsed?
I'm trolling. I'm trolling, right? I made that video last night.
Sorry, you're gonna have to stab
I
a white
never
kid if
knew
you want me
it
to
was
give you
so
any
many
money.
negative people that would comment on that video. I feel like my video reached
Do
the
you
wrong
know
side
any
of
track
TikTok.
stars?
Like, just laugh. I'm not mad
I
about
want
it.
to
I
help
haven't
you,
paid these years in
but you
over
got to
4
kill a white
years.
kid.
After I
So we're
graduated
done.
in 2021. You think I'm worried about it now? Huh? If they get, they get. They don't.
What a
I ain't
fucking
working in
pig.
my degree because I put my kids first. I got a job
Wonder where those kids are
that's
right
going
now.
to accommodate my kids' schedule. But I was trolling. I thought it was funny. Like, I'm not mad about it. If you paid your student loan, kudos to you. You want a cookie?
Her a fucking banana.
And to be honest, I feel like most of y'all that paid y'all student loans use y'all social media money. Y'all not taking no money out y'all work shit to pay these doggone loans back. The interest on these loans ain't nothing but probably 7% or less.
These are the student
I
loans
pay my credit card out before I pay
I
a
wanted
doggone
Biden to
student
pay
loan.
off.
It'll get paid when it get paid. They in the firm, I think I'm good. But y'all too serious in the comments. Like, I don't even turn my comments out. I don't want to turn these out because y'all really doing too much.
Do your student loans get paid automatically out of your
That's
paycheck?
about you people. Who is you people?
Yeah, they can't.
You mean the R word
They can
now?
garnish your wages.
Yeah.
I don't like them type of people. If you are, please get out my page.
Wake
Block
up.
me. Scroll back.
What
You
do
ain't
you
gotta
mean?
comment. Then they talking about you ain't take an English class, baby. I'm in the
Disappear
South.
from the screen.
This how I talk.
Listen to
I
what she
know how
said.
to talk.
I'm
trying to come
trying
on
to
his
figure
talk.
out what the fuck she's talking about.
She obviously posted a video the night before and people told her to do one, so.
No, but I'm saying, like, she has 2 degrees.
She's very busy. She can't even do this video without eating while she does it. She's got to squeeze this in. Tell us about her education.
The most educated.
Yeah, and I think she said she didn't get a job in her degree field because she's busy taking care of her children.
No, she said that
She should sue.
Sometimes it happens for single mothers. They have to take the easy jobs to be able to pick them up from school.
She should sue so that we could support her kids and give her a career in biology. Fucking nuts.
Jeez.
They're the most educated, though. You've seen that stat, right? Black women are the most educated group.
That's a
in
farce.
relation to their counterparts.
Yeah.
It's what?
In relation to their male counterparts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's true. Out of all the black women I know, at least every single one of them went to community college minimum. Most of them went to state universities.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I think I've seen this.
It's something there.
Gonna be the death for me, bro. Like,
Patel justice.
Oh yeah, that cop shooting is very sad. This one is very graphic.
This one right here?
Yeah, because it's immediate.
Cop gets shot?
The one with the Ford.
Yeah, that one's happened a while ago in New Mexico.
He didn't even give the cop a chance. It was literally immediate. Like, come out, bang.
And then it became a national story that had people take to the streets, right? Oh no!
Yeah,
No.
you would think.
No, it was a Mexican guy.
I think it barely made the state news. So.
No, and the cop made a mistake by like letting him grab the gun too long and shit. He was.
Yeah, but because they were already on the lookout for him, and he spotted him, pulled him over, but didn't wait or call for backup. So he already went immediately for someone they were looking, and it was immediate. So I think the task force were like 2 minutes behind him.
Yeah, that white girl got a fat ass.
Bush's
People also
terrible.
want to know, are you always in a bad mood?
Oh, Bakersfield, hell no.
I'm always in a great mood.
The horny nurse. Is that what it says?
Thank you. Is Betty ever in a good mood?
Bakersfield.
Let me go find out.
Go ask her. Betty.
Yes, she is.
Okay, thank you. Hey, Betty.
Yes.
People also want to know, are you always in a bad mood?
The answer is yes.
It said another white teacher charged of raping a 12-year-old student for years. Yeah, that's every day.
What is it with glider women?
That's what they do, man. That's like literally
I know,
every day.
but I mean, the past 2 years has been abnormal.
No, it's not. Trust me, it hasn't been. It's just like any other year. I've been talking about that for years, man, since 2017, man.
No,
The
for years, but it
numbers-
used to be like once every.
It's every day. It's
few
every day. You
Jesus.
got to understand, like certain stories become trendy,
Yeah.
and they cover it, but it's happening. And it's happening. It's been happening.
Mr. De Niro's
Robert
little
De
boy.
Niro's black son is now a woman. Oh, fucking Christ.
Not black, he's bi ethnic. Jesus.
Jesus
They
Christ.
abuse their children. It's Hollywood
I mean,
stars.
Hollywood shit.
he has a look when he's a boy anyway, so. He looks like he was in that community.
Wow.
Lenny Kravitz vibes.
Wow. And
Yeah,
he's proud of that too, because in that little circle in Hollywood, having a trans kid is like, I mean, you're like, I mean, something, you're special. You're hot shit if you got a trans kid.
Lends him credibility.
Wow. Wow.
Can we do the grandfather one? Just scrolling up, I just want to see what they say.
Which one?
It's just like two
The
posts
girl
up.
explaining to her grandfather why she
Yeah.
can no longer have a relationship with him because he's racist.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
you go.
Stop.
The Lakers have been eliminated.
Yep, they're out. It was beautiful.
Crazy, man.
There's your goat, people.
That's crazy.
Gentleman sweep for the goat.
They gave him Luka, and he still got bounced in the first round.
It was a terrible game to watch too.
Yeah, those games were horrible. I can't watch.
LeBron's the most overrated superstar player of all time.
I don't want you to think that this is a debate in any type of way. Like, I just want to ask you a question.
Well, where are you going to put this on?
Just TikTok.
TikTok.
I don't want you to think that this is a debate in any type of way. Like, I just want to ask you questions, and I want you to.
I just want to shoot my little video and leave.
Can I just say my first name, Frank?
Yeah, and age.
82.
What party have you historically voted for in your life?
Republican.
Do you know what I would label myself politically?
Well, I would tend to think that you're neither, because neither one is doing the right thing.
Did you vote this year, 2024?
Yeah.
Who did you vote for?
Trump.
So, now going back to that, because I had a feeling that was going to be the answer. Why do you think you can vote away my basic human rights and expect a relationship with me?
God.
Well, I don't think the Democrats have the answers.
I don't either.
Okay. The biggest problem that I see with the Democrats, they throw money at things to solve the problem, and they really don't want to solve the problem. The black problem, Ronald Reagan, I think.
So I'm trying not to interject, but can we maybe just simplify it? The way you vote is because you just don't agree with the Democratic Party, so you're voting against the Democratic Party. Can we simplify it to that? Okay. Can you see, after all of these questions and having this talk with me, If I continue to have a relationship with you without absolutely any change in your behavior, how I would be enabling fascism?
Let me turn it around to you. I've been honest to what I believe.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel if I said, well, if you can't change the way you believe to match my needs, how can I respect you? Shouldn't we both look at ourselves and change what we can?
Okay. So now
But
I
she's
asked you
perfect. What do you
all
mean?
of the questions that I have. I have a summary here that honestly what you're asking me, I answer. So I am going to ask you not to interrupt me because I tried really hard not to interrupt you unless I needed to clarify something or anything like that. Now that I've asked my questions and I've allowed you to speak, it's my turn to speak and read my summary, and I ask you to not interrupt. The series of questions was created to underline the interconnectedness of our personal and political lives. That's what I was trying to do. We cannot put politics to the side. The American empire was built off Black and Indigenous slavery and genocide. It doesn't matter, red or blue. Our two-party system is built off the exploitation of the people. The ratchet will continue. Both Democrats and Republicans this election season ran off a campaign that was anti-immigration, pro-genocide, pro-gun, pro-fracking, and anti-trans. Those were the campaigns that both parties ran off in 2024. Our system is not here to save us, it is here to exploit us. Capitalism is a cycle of exploitation. You are
What
either
an
getting
attention
exploited or
grabbing
you are exploiting others.
freaking
If I
bitch,
allow
dude.
somebody in
She's
my
just
life
doing this to
that supports
preach
these
on
ideologies,
TikTok.
I just
Get
enable
a
them.
few likes,
I
man.
spent years educating you.
How
If you
shameful
truly
for her
unconditionally
grandfather
loved
to have
me,
a
your
granddaughter
politics
like
would
her.
reflect that.
You got to
You would
speak
have
up.
spent the
Like
majority of your
someone
life
who's
loving my
actually
right to life.
like
That
she's
is
barely
not
20,
unconditional
well,
love. I will
barely
always be the
25
child in this
with her
situation, and
grace.
you will always
So
be the adult with many years on me. Allowing a relationship with you would allow you to believe that there are no consequences for the way that you vote. Again, this is not a debate. These are my boundaries. Under
Oh my
Biden
God.
and state governed
Just
by
shut the
law,
door, dude.
Utah, the system deemed me disposable. I wasn't allowed any cash assistance. I wasn't allowed disability. They didn't care about any of my mental or physical 15
Yep.
plus diagnosed
She's on
disabilities.
meds for sure.
After that,
yeah, I mean,
I was
if
forced to
the
rely on
anxious
mutual aid, which is an
voice is
anti-capitalist
repressed,
ideology.
She's got that
Mutual aid,
hysterical voice,
you
you
gave me.
know, crazy eyes, all that.
Mutual aid, I survived off of. Now I watch
Thank
the
you for
ratchet continue as
making
immigrants and
Todd
even
click on
legal
the video
American
and he fell
citizens are
asleep.
deported, kept in concentration camps. And
Who
are
are
detained
you
in China.
again?
It's
I just
every day
wanted
on
to
my
watch
phone, and it
it.
hasn't stopped. And it never started under the Trump administration. No amount of American propaganda could brainwash me into supporting either of its systems. I cannot unsee everything I've seen.
All right.
I've seen American
At least
Israeli
Todd gets to
bombs
skip
mutilate
this part.
Palestinian
It's
children.
very,
I've watched
can sleep
corporations
in.
like Apple kill the Congolese for resources. Of course, this
it's
country
so
is run by
interesting how
fascists and
everyone has
upheld by
like
fascists. We the people have been
shaved hair,
bystanding and
different
enabling
color,
for
you
hundreds
know, a
of years.
weird blunted
Democrats think they can marry Republicans and
hairstyle,
vote
fell on the scissors,
Democratic as our one
hysterical voice,
revolutionary act, but it's not
twitchiness.
revolutionary. It's enabling fascism. We have fascism in this country
Oh
because we allow fascism in our homes. We
I know,
allow it
right?
in our
What the fuck's
communities.
up with her
Not
bangs?
only the people we allow to like take
They
Or
always
what?
political
look like they
power,
fell
but the
on
people in
scissors
our
or
own
cut
lives.
their hair in the dark.
Your politics have real world consequences. Your inability to see my
They
point
love
of view,
ugly stuff. They want
change.
everything to be ugly.
Your
They're
change is
removing their
necessary.
beauty.
I shouldn't have had to educate you on why saying the N-word is racist or how blaming black people for slavery is racist. I shouldn't have had to explain why I should have been gifted a diverse collection of dolls my entire life. I shouldn't have had to point out how you saying you failed to
Dude,
grow
Alex in the
is not
chat made a
changed
good
behavior.
point. She's
How
talking
are
so
you helping
fast she
or
can't
protecting
even
my
breathe.
younger sibling
Yes.
from the same abuse
Yeah,
growing
it's
up?
very hysterical.
Are you
Just-
educating her? Are you doing
Why
anything
is it not
differently that you
better?
did with me? Or are you just doing like
The
what
entitlement of her
Biden
thinking she
trying
could
to
read this
Giving her
20-minute
white
speech to him.
Barbies growing
to
up.
avoid doing any
That she
of the
didn't get a
real
black
personal work?
Barbie growing
You
up.
cannot go to church and ask God for
So
forgiveness.
it's stunted
I'm
her.
the real person you negatively affected, and I don't forgive you. Not until
Okay,
you're
then off you go.
until you are really
Change
ready
your
to
will,
heal
Grandpa.
when I say that my politics and my political life are completely intertwined. You can't vote away my basic human rights and expect a relationship with me. You just can't, Grandpa. I shouldn't
Okay.
have to sit here and list off all of the awful things Trump
I
has
just want
done
to hear what he
in
says
office.
in
I shouldn't have
reply.
to. It's my basic human rights that should horrify you at its
Ox,
core.
save us from this
You
misery.
should care about me and how I feel
I'm
in our
telling you, man.
relationship more than
I
you
just want
care
to hear
about
the grandfather.
because again, you know
Please.
it's a made up system that we made up.
Oh
And
my
it doesn't
god, is
need
this
to be
only
made up.
half
Slapper,
the
does
fucking
anything happen in
video?
this video?
Absolute
Thank
psycho.
you for indulging me. Yes, but her rant reminded me of Black Indigenous people of color.
Black and indigenous
Yes,
people of
you
color.
always
Indian, Native American, and Asian,
Two
and queers.
spirit.
Hey, Ak, you with us?
Ak, wake up.
What
I
do you
don't blame him
mean?
for falling asleep.
What do you mean?
I'm not asleep. I'm just sitting there trying to figure out what the hell I'm gonna do next. That lady was born. I'm gonna listen to that tonight, man. When I get over here, I'm gonna listen to that again, man, because that does the chatter. Nothing like a woman's chatter. Like my wife, she always says, "You fall asleep when I'm talking to you." I'm like, "Yeah, man, it's like this just." And I've
It
been,
was.
yeah, go ahead.
She was white noise.
Yeah, women talking is just so. She's a cure for insomnia, man.
Beta brain.
Hmm. Wow. Let's see. Um, we didn't do no news tonight. Let's see what the news is saying. Um, Make sure you support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, or Super Chat. Salute to Michael, man. Michael says, too many show deniers. I'm reading an excellent book, Tell the Truth and Shame the Devil, by Bass Juice Screw, Gerald
Gerard Menuhin.
Meniville. Um,
What's a shower? I
Menifid,
don't know.
Holocaust.
Minihin.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the Jewish mythology.
Oh, okay.
He got to one super chat and conked out.
Keep scrolling, Ak. Keep scrolling.
Keep strolling. I'm
Keep
looking at something
scrolling.
on another screen.
Oh, you're multitasking.
Yeah.
Let's
there
give
you
him
go.
credit, guys. He did get up to around 2 hours before he started really falling asleep.
Rabbit Hole Review says, despite her manifesto, I'd swipe right. We got people in the back. I didn't even know we had people in the back.
You like bad haircuts, Rabbit Hole. Okay.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? Let's see what is going on.
Can't do that.
Yo, what's good, y'all?
What's cracking?
Yo, that shit was rough, bruh.
What?
That
The girl with her
liberal
grandpa.
chick. Yeah, bruh.
Insufferable.
If I was that grandpa, I would have been hung up, bro. I would have been like, all right, bitch, it's fine. I'm 82. I don't have much longer anyway. It's cool, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
What if that's
you
the only?
and the
Yeah. Yeah, man. Lakers out, man. Lakers are done, man.
yeah, Lakers. They had a master plan going with the trade, but then that motherfucking Mark Mitchell couldn't pass that motherfucking physical. That fucked them up big time, dog. They had the master plan with the center, with Luca and everything, but not having no big, bro, was bad. Rudy Gobert had like 27 and
Yeah,
20 rebounds, man.
Mm.
it was a
Lakers don't
horrible
play
game to
no
watch.
defense.
Nah, they couldn't rebound, bro. They
And it was a
small.
3-point shootout, which was terrible.
Yeah.
For both teams for the night were like 9 for 40 or something like that. It was
Yeah,
terrible.
it wasn't a good game. It was a low scoring debacle, to be honest. But LeBron was ready to go home though, for sure.
It was beautiful.
Ak multitasking again.
But
Yeah,
now he has to confront the war.
Let me see, man. Let's see this one. This is the one I wanted to watch.
Tonight, another case of teen violence in the Valley. This time it was at Desert Ridge. 4 teens are now charged with assaulting another in a shopping center parking lot. And of course, these days, there are cameras everywhere. It was caught on camera.
The I-Team's Erica Stapleton spoke with the latest victim's mother, who wants a stop to teen violence once and for all.
If this case sounds like other stories we've reported over the past few years, that's because it is. Teen violence is a chronic issue in the Valley and can affect any family. We obtained video from the latest attack and a warning. Some of what we'll show you is hard to watch. A mom on her way to pick up her 15-year-old son from Desert Ridge Marketplace.
I was luckily already en route.
When things took a bad turn.
It's the cops! Get the off of him!
A group of 4 other teens attacking her son.
Stop! That's enough!
While his friends try to help him.
Held to the ground while he was kicked and hit repeatedly in his face. These kids did not stop on their own. It was stopped by other people.
The victim's mom, who asked we not use her name to protect her son's identity.
Once I got there, I went in and saw his face was just bloody, completely bloody, a broken nose, and scrapes all over his elbows because he was on the ground like this, protecting his head.
Injuries that racked up $30,000 in hospital charges.
How is he doing now? He's really strong. Some days are better than others. He went to school the first day after this attack. That was extremely rough.
Phoenix police confirm an attack happened on a Saturday night in early April. Court records indicate one of the victim's friends started recording the attack, later leading to the arrest of 4 teens, all charged with aggravated assault. 2 of the teens are also facing a weapons charge for having a gun when they were arrested weeks later. 3 of the teens are being charged in juvenile court, while the 4th is being charged as an adult. Court records show that teen already has a criminal history in juvenile court, and it was his parole officer who identified him in the video. When he was arrested, the charging documents say that teen told police he confronted the victim that night and that he admitted to throwing the victim to the ground and striking and kicking his body. His claim that earlier this year, the victim almost got his friends killed by giving their location to a subject with a gun. Phoenix police said they're investigating at least 1 incident involving teens and a shooting by Desert Ridge in the month leading up to this attack. This mom denies her son did anything like this knowingly.
They kind of like hunted him down, tried to target him.
This isn't the first time the I-Team has covered teen-on-teen violence in the Valley, or even at Desert Ridge. In 2022, in a teen attack by the Desert Ridge In-N-Out, a 15-year-old's teeth were knocked out by brass knuckles. Later that year, a group ganged up on a different teen outside of Gilbert In-N-Out, also beaten by brass knuckles. And of course, in 2023, Preston Lord, killed in a high-profile teen attack at a party in Queen Creek, allegedly by a group known as the Gilbert Goons.
I would say a lot of these kids think that that is an example to follow. Right now is the time to get a hold of your children and to help them make better decisions for their lives because you only get 1 shot at it.
I spoke with the parents of the 3 teens charged in juvenile court, who all said they couldn't comment on this case while it's pending. The attorney representing the teen charged as an adult said she couldn't comment either.
Why speak out? The reason that we are fighting this and making sure that justice is served is simply because I wouldn't be able to live with myself should this happen to someone else by the same group of kids. But not just this group of kids, any other group of kids that chooses to take violence into their own hands and hurt others.
State Representative Matt Grass is pushing a bill this session known as Preston's Law, which could lead to harsher penalties for perpetrators involved in group attacks on teens. He said it passed the Senate earlier this week and needs to go back through the House before ultimately going to the governor's desk. Erica Stapleton, 12 News.
Erica, thanks.
Well, yeah, but a lot of this shit is just normal teenagers fighting.
September 9th, around 2:45 a.m., Darren Blissett calls 911. He's been shot inside his apartment on North Emerson Avenue in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yeah, that's one thing. They did say one of the teenagers had a gun at the time of the attack or when he was arrested.
He was arrested.
Oh, okay, when he was so.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, dude, that kid just sounded like he was fucking around with the wrong guys. You know, you fucking let your kid go out late at night, and sometimes shit like that happens.
Well, notice how the news made it a pattern. They pointed it out to us as a pattern.
Police and emergency responders arrive, and a neighbor from the building lets them in.
To, you know,
Despite their efforts, officers find Darren Blissett unresponsive. He's pronounced dead at the scene from 2 gunshot wounds to the groin. and investigators begin working to uncover what happened.
Our coverage is made possible because of sponsors like Morgan & Morgan. Over the years, we've brought you mind-boggling video of crashes like these, but what happens to the victims? Apart from sometimes serious injuries, they can face months of paperwork, enormous medical bills, and life-changing impacts. When you're seriously hurt, you could be entitled to millions of dollars in damages. Stop getting lowballed, and you could pair up with a proven winner, the largest personal injury law firm in the nation. Morgan & Morgan has a huge network of over 1,000 attorneys and offices in every state. They've won significant recent cases for victims involved in life-altering car crashes like these, like for Yvette Torres, who was hit by a Penske truck in November and had severe injuries requiring surgery and therapy. Morgan & Morgan attorneys rejected a lowball pretrial offer and were able to win Torres a whopping $11.9 million at trial. The best part, their fee is 100% free unless you win. It only takes a few minutes to see if you have a case. Remember, not all law firms are the same, and Morgan is the biggest for a reason. They win a lot. You can start your claim now by going to forthepeople.com/MidwestCrime or find the link in the video description.
Or ADHD and stuff, they could just abuse their friends' prescriptions as well.
On this floor. How are you guys related? Fiance. Okay, fiance. Was he sleeping? No, they were just the friend was hanging out. Okay. She was in the bed. Okay. She's having shoulder pain in her back or something. No, you want us to go knock and talk down there? Well, I mean, I suppose we should canvass the apartment complex anyway. Knock on some apartment doors. And... Thanks, Chronic. You're going to chill here for a bit. We're going to go down. Which one it is before we start your... The last... Is it on this floor, ma'am? Last door on the left? Well, So right there, on this side, Willie. You might want to check God, did they really have to look at that one?
Okay. What is the dude that was over at the house? What's his name?
It's in that phone. No, it's in that phone.
You don't know his nickname or nothing?
The real one is mad. The black one is man.
Chirp.
This is it's in that phone. It's St. Louis. That's his name. St. Louis. That's the name. St. Louis.
That's a street name. Okay, street name St. Louis. We don't know what he looks like. Suspect's name is St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Hey, wake your ass up.
Black male, about 5'9", medium build, about 40, somewhere in there. What's up?
Oh, look out! It's the police.
This is supposed to be released, right?
I'm going back through the comments, and Pamela White, you said notice females and violence. Well, with those teenagers, I don't think the females had anything to do with that violence because they weren't. I highly doubt they were egging anything on like what we see a lot from the Sun sisters egging situations on until a gun comes out and then all of a sudden they flip. So I don't think the females had anything to do with that beatdown at all.
No. Okay.
He's lying.
What's your name? Willie Lloyd. All right, so you didn't hear or see anything, nothing, no arguments or anything going on in here? Okay. Well, thank you, I appreciate it.
Because she was saying that Willie, the guy at the end, she was saying that he let her in. So he must let everyone in. The guy with the dog.
Yes.
At the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
He said that's who. That man said that's who.
He said he didn't let anyone in.
That man sat up and told Darren that Willie let him in, but see, because he didn't really know that I was woke. The guy didn't know I was really woke, but like he said, give it to me, talking about the gun, give it to me. And then
You think the police ever say anything?
Then he popped it, he pow. And then Darren was like, I'm shot. I was like, no, you're not. I said, I don't even think that thing was tripping.
What'd you say?
Again. And he grabbed this Darren's gun.
Because they're in the apartment for
Exactly.
however many minutes.
Darren has a gun?
He had a gun. The guy took his gun. He snatched it. Yeah.
Not long before the shooting, Jeffrey Murray, also known as St. Louis, approaches the apartment building and starts calling Darren Blissett to let him in. But Blissett doesn't respond. Murray doesn't give up. Surveillance footage shows him throwing small rocks at a window to get the attention of Willie Lloyd, a resident inside. Lloyd eventually opens the door for him, even though he later lies to police and claims he didn't let anyone in that night. Once inside, Murray makes his way to Blissett's apartment. Blissett's fiancée, who was in the bathroom at the time, told police she overheard them talking. At one point, Murray asks Blissett about his gun. When Blissett says he doesn't have it, Murray pulls out a weapon, points it at him, and shoots. In a desperate move, Blissett reaches under his pillow, hands over his gun, and says, "Take it." But instead of leaving, Murray fires again, then runs from the apartment, leaving Blissett bleeding on the floor. Jeffrey Murray was arrested about a month after the shooting, on October 7th, for illegally possessing a firearm. During questioning, homicide investigators confront him about the night Darren Blissett was killed.
St. Louis, what's up, buddy? St. Louis.
What's up, bro?
You need. Well, go ahead. Hey, stick around. Stick around. What's up? I'm just saying he's already. We'll let you see your wife.
Hey,
What happened to that
keep
water?
it down, man.
I
Trying to watch it.
Remember, can you grab one? Yeah, we're just going to, doesn't Louis have some? Yeah, right in front of my desk. We'll explain everything. We'll explain everything. Those are for me, my personal collection. You want some more? I got more too. Just try those. No, I hear you. So, Jeff, my name is Sergeant Shedeur with the Minneapolis Police Department. It's my partner, Sergeant Wendy. The reason you are here, Jeff, is because there was a shooting that happened a couple weeks ago, right around a couple weeks ago, and your name has come up. So you haven't been charged with anything, right?
How does this guy running a podcast snoring?
In the middle. We're in the middle of this investigation, and we haven't come to a conclusion.
Like he says, you get this nowhere else on YouTube.
We haven't come to a conclusion on who we're going to charge and if.
Well, I mean, it's fucking 2 a.m.
That's why you're here, right? Because we don't want to come to a
Yeah, I don't know how he does it.
on how to handle this case until we give everybody an equal.
Assume a case of Adderall and some Red Bull.
More than just me involved. There are some people involved. We've spoken to just about everybody, and you're the last.
I don't think
person
Ak
that we
needs
have
any
talked to.
more.
So we just want to get your side of the story. Yep, I'll explain everything. But before I do that, I just want to get some preliminary information.
All right, it's been about 10 minutes. Let's fucking try to wake him up to wrap this shit up.
I want to show you, okay?
It was a great show, everybody.
You know, incriminate myself, man. It's your name.
I'll be here until Roland Martin shows up.
Jeff. You have to. Don't be scared. We're not gonna play.
The thing is, man, you don't know something. You know what I'm saying? And they just snatching your wife up. You know what I'm saying? Out of a car with 30-some officers. You know what I'm saying? I would have an idea if I did something.
It's serious. I will tell you that. Okay. We are gonna want to get your side of the story for sure. It's super important for you. Okay.
What kind of snacks did they give this guy?
Right.
Honey buns? What is that?
Your name came up in a shooting that happened at
KFC.
2025 Emerson on September 9th. Okay.
Who's that?
DB, Darren Blissett. Yep. So, okay. Here you go, bro. Apartment 202, 2025 Emerson. Right, Darren Blissett. So, just so you know exactly why you're here, it's the dude that you call Pops, right? That everybody calls you, DB's son.
Okay.
That's why you're here, for that incident.
What incident?
He got shot.
And they saying I shot him? I don't know who's saying what, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Me and this man, got high before, you know what I'm saying? refer to as like son, all that. No. You know, everybody called him man pops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People, I guess in this building, some woman downstairs, you know what I'm saying, black lady with a gay son or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Call him pops or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I met the guy a few times, he got high, you know what I'm saying? That was it, man. I haven't seen him in pretty much a few weeks, man. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you know, yeah, man, you know, I owe, you know, some guys some money, man. Can you help me? Like, you know, I'm saying, guys, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the last time that I saw him. I thought I saw him about a week or two. His car going down anyway. I tried to flag it, but he got going. Okay. Besides all that, I haven't, you know, you know.
So just let me do this. I just have some questions, some follow-up questions to ask you as a result of, you know, the investigation, what you just told me. Okay. And then we'll just try to clear this up.
Yes, sir.
So obviously, since you came down here to handcuff, you have to redo your rights. Okay, but that doesn't.
So I'm being charged?
No.
Okay.
Hear me out. You're not charged with anything. Okay. You're here because you are a possible suspect. But sometimes when we hear from somebody and get their side of the story, they stay in custody and they're arrested. And sometimes when we hear from people, we get their side of the story, they're unarrested and they're allowed to walk out the door. It just depends.
I don't think that happens very often.
But since we're asking you questions about this, I have to read you. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Jeffrey, the Constitution requires I inform you that you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer now and have a lawyer present now or anytime during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you without cost. Jeffrey, do you understand everything I just read to you? Yeah. Okay. So September 9th, right around 2 o'clock in the morning, do you remember going to DB's house?
No, sir.
Apartment 202? You didn't?
No, sir.
Okay. So you know Phyllis?
Who?
Phyllis. That's DB's chick. You've never seen her?
That man has slandered that lady so many times. That's the lady who. Man,
Everybody still here?
Her so many times. I didn't know he was with her.
You've never seen Phyllis before? Okay.
He only talked about her.
All right. So when was the last time you were at DB's house?
In August.
In August? Yeah. That was a long time ago. Okay. So did you know that apartment complex is under video surveillance?
No, I never knew that.
Okay. You want to just call it short? I got this in airplane mode, so I can't. Oh, you don't?
Yo, Ak.
We've had enough.
So Jeff,
wake up.
The apartment complex is under video surveillance. Okay, video surveillance shows you in the back going to Willie Lloyd's
you could play some like
window and throwing
copyrighted
rocks at
music,
it, and then
the
Willie
stream might
going
get
and
ended.
letting you in. Right? And you brought some plates, and the plates were in a bag, and you left the bag of plates in Willie's apartment.
Yeah.
Do you remember that now?
Yeah.
Okay, that was on September 9th.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You remember that now?
No, coming to me, yeah.
Okay. So the video shows you coming into the apartment complex, going into Willie's apartment with that bag of plates. What were the plates for?
The plates were the man cooked me something. You know what I'm saying? And he asked me to return his
Do y'all
plate.
agree
You know
he
what I'm
should
saying?
give
So I
a
gave
few
his
of
plate
us
back.
some
You know what I'm
wrenches?
saying?
But why
we got high together, and me and him, and I petted his dog. I said I left.
Yeah.
So if the camera showed me that, you just see the camera showed me leaving.
Yeah, the camera doesn't show you leaving his apartment.
How come it don't?
Why do you
Because
think
this
it
has
does?
happened so many times.
Are you serious now?
Jeff, you go to DB's apartment.
But he is
You
Nah,
listen,
man.
Shit, I done been
Do
in
you remember
4
smoking
countries and over
cigarettes,
20
bro?
hours in the air, and I'm still wired.
Man, I ain't smoke. Man,
Okay.
if that was the case, I've been smoking
You don't
cigarettes
sleep on
there.
planes?
You know what I'm saying? When I was there a few times, man. But I ain't. We ain't finna put me no trick bag.
I'm not putting you in trick bag, my friend. I'm not.
Right. I gotta have with this man. I smoked a cigarette at this man's house. This man with the white dog. You know what I'm saying?
What did you do after
White
that?
dog.
I left. He was trying to sell me, matter of fact, his handicap sign. He was trying to sell me a handicap sign for $200-some.
How much?
$200-some. I'm like, man, what the
Yo,
do with your
Og
handicap
has
sign, man?
sleep
He said, oh,
apnea.
man, you
He
can
wears
get
a
it, man. You know
CPAP
what I'm
machine.
saying? He like, smoke another drink with me, man, please. I'm like, nah, I'm cool, man.
And you left?
Yes.
Who brought you there?
I brought myself there.
Nobody drove you?
No,
Okay.
I drive myself.
Okay.
I don't have nobody.
And did you walk off? Did you run off?
Walk around.
What, did you walk out of the building?
Yeah.
Out of the back?
I think so.
We can
I
implant
park on
thoughts
the
in his
side. Sometimes
subconscious.
I park in the back. Sometimes I know I park on his side. It depends on if them little young boys be right there on the side of the house. Them young boys right there, I be gone. Cause see, before I started coming over with Pops, some people shut up their house before. You know what I'm saying? That house was shut up like a month or two before. You know what I'm saying? I started coming around.
Right.
That whole.
Where'd you go afterwards?
To the house. To, you know what I'm saying? My little chick crib.
That's where you live, right?
Right now, currently.
Yeah. Okay. So you live there with Jamie, your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you lived there?
Can we postpone this, man, until I think a lawyer, you know, because I don't want to say something that okay?
You have a right to make that decision, okay? So if that's a decision you want to make, you can. I'm letting you know right now, Jeff. This case, as it stands right now, with what you've told us, good for formal charging for the crime of murder.
Murder?
Yep.
Yeah, I ain't murdered nobody, man. I ain't murdered nobody, and don't murder nobody, man. You know,
that's good to know.
I ain't got a murder
Thanks,
phone
son,
nobody,
man.
man. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you said rob somebody, maybe that, but murder, nah.
You cop to a robbery.
Smoke a little primos, you know what I'm saying? That's it, man. You know, yeah, man. You know, I have someone present, man. You know, I don't want to say nothing. Put myself into, man, one of these pictures, man.
Well, the next steps are we're going to get our paperwork ready. We're going to walk you to Henry County Jail.
You gonna wake up?
Okay, for the crime of homicide. Yep. Yep.
All right. Just before I go, man, please. Just my wife, man.
We'll see. We'll see.
I don't gotta. I just, please, man. You know, early today.
Yeah, we have to go talk to her first. Yeah, we have to go talk to her first. I can't answer yes or no right now. We need to go talk to her. We'll be back.
While in jail, Jeffrey Murray made several phone calls, urging his girlfriend Jamie not to cooperate with prosecutors. He warned her not to mention his nickname, St. Louis, fearing it could link him to the murder.
Oh, okay, yeah. He called earlier, way earlier, trying to see what was up, want to know. But I told him I ain't know nothing. I was like, you gonna have to call back. No, he said he gonna call back. He was wondering what was going on. He was like, who am I calling for? He didn't even know. He was like, who? I'm lost. Somebody said something about something happened to his son or something. I was like, I'm lost too. I said, I told him who it was though. I said St. Louis, and he's like, oh, the goal.
What is he doing?
I want you to mention that name on that line like that. It's all good. I'll clear it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got to watch what
I said your name, your real name, and he said, who? So I ain't know what to say. He was wondering what the hell, baby. What am I supposed to?
It's all good, Queen. You ain't know.
Yeah, I mean, he said, who?
I
I said, Jeff. He said, Jeff who? And I was like, I was like, man, I didn't need to send a message. And then he was still lost. He was like, I'm lost. So for in order for him to call back, I had to tell him.
You didn't have to
He
tell
wasn't going to know. How else was I going to explain
Just
you?
be like, look, man, my husband did it. Who's your husband's name? I'll let him tell you. You can't let nobody pressure you to say
Okay, my bad, my bad.
I think he's gonna wake up soon.
It's okay. It's all right.
Last time I called it.
You didn't know.
So
now you
Right, you should have told
this
me
time
all
I
this yesterday. Like, you just be
I
having
did
me
tell
and don't even tell me. You ain't tell me all
Mark,
that.
wake
You
up.
ain't say all that.
I said
You
we
ain't
got a
say all
conference
that.
call. I said we got a conference
Yeah,
call.
you told me that, but you didn't say all that, mate. Don't be making. Hey, just let him. You ain't say that. I was thinking he knew who you was, who he was calling, what for. He didn't know none of that.
But despite his efforts to control the narrative, the evidence was overwhelming. Murray was charged with second-degree intentional murder in the death of Darren Blissett. A Hennepin County jury found him guilty, and he was sentenced to 486 months in prison, just over 40 years. That includes 60 months for illegally possessing a firearm as a convicted felon. Murray has more than 15 prior convictions, including for felony assault, aggravated robbery, and aiding and abetting kidnapping. He remains incarcerated in Stillwater, with an anticipated release in May 2045. For exclusive clips and behind-the-scenes content, join us on patreon.com/MidwestCrime. It's the day after Christmas just north of Rochester, and a woman walking her dog has made a chilling discovery.
911. Hi, so I was just walking my dog and I noticed my dog fell off the road. And it kind of looks like there is a dead body and I don't want to get closer. Could be a deer, maybe? No, it's not furry.
It is. All right. Yep. No. So you're okay. Okay.
Okay.
You did everything that you did. Okay. Yep.
Okay, yeah,
So
I figure now I gotta give a statement.
we'll I'll just get some information from you.
Yeah.
I'm actually, why don't you guys just hang tight here? Just catch your breath, okay? I'm gonna go back and talk to my supervisor real quick because she's just pulling up.
Okay.
But I'll have you just hang tight here and take a breath, okay? And I'll be right back.
After collecting forensic evidence from the scene, the body was identified as Kimberly Ann Robinson.
Wake up.
She was found naked, with a through-and-through gunshot wound to the neck. Robinson would have celebrated her 42nd birthday just days later on New Year's Eve. Investigators quickly began piecing together what happened in the hours leading up to her death.
Available?
Yeah, I found him right here.
Hey, how you doing? Good. Is there somewhere we can talk real quick? Yeah. I'm an investigator with the sheriff's office.
I'm a detective with the sheriff's office. You're not in trouble or anything, just so you know. Is there anywhere?
In the corner or something? Yeah.
Our coverage is made possible because of sponsors like Morgan and Morgan. Over the years, we've brought you mind-boggling video of crashes like these, but what happens to the victims? Apart from sometimes serious injuries, they can face months of paperwork, enormous medical bills, and life-changing impacts. When you're seriously hurt, you could be entitled to millions of dollars in damages. Stop getting lowballed, and you could pair up with a proven winner, the largest personal injury law firm in the nation. Morgan & Morgan has a huge network of over 1,000 attorneys and offices in every state. They've won significant recent cases for victims involved in life-altering car crashes like these, like for Yvette Torres, who was hit by a Penske truck in November and had severe injuries requiring surgery and therapy. Morgan & Morgan attorneys rejected a lowball pretrial offer and were able to win Torres a whopping $11.9 million at trial. The best part? Their fee is 100% free unless you win. It only takes a few minutes to see if you have a case. Remember, not all law firms are the same, and Morgan is the biggest for a reason. They win a lot. You can start your claim now by going to forthepeople.com/MidwestCrime or find the link in the video description.
The Sunman coming to get you.
So I wanted to let you know that your mom died. Let's go out to my car, okay? Yeah. Let's go.
I don't have nobody. My dad's dead. My mom's gone. I don't want to tell my little brother. Oh.
Yeah, I really don't want to watch this.
So, Jaden, your Uncle Chris is on his way here too. With Jaden, okay?
Oh, did my mom die? I just talked to her. I'm so. She just called me. She just called me. It is not her birthday. It's gonna be her birthday.
Let's head over to the car. We'll get your stuff. Don't worry about that.
What about Mustafa? Her boyfriend.
What
something to do with him?
Why do you say that?
Because they had abusive relationship, and I know that, and my mom said that he's beat on her before.
Okay.
And like, I didn't talk to my mom. I knew that she did drugs. That's why I really didn't want to talk to her.
Sure.
It's like she did meth. So like, I don't know if she overdosed.
Okay.
Was it a gunshot wound or?
We have no idea right now at this point. We're just at the very beginning of this. Okay, but I want you to know.
She died this morning.
Grandma knows.
My grandma Patty.
Yeah. Uncle Chris knows. Jaden now knows. Like I said, they're on their way here. Because I know Jaden would want to be with you.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm going to tell him. He doesn't have nobody. Our father died in 2018.
Okay.
He has nobody. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. I just told my uncle just died in September.
When do you think the last time you talked to your mom was?
I don't have my phone. My phone, I just talked to her. She just called me like 2 days ago.
Okay.
And she knows I don't answer her calls because I don't want to talk to her.
Maybe this will wake him
She
up.
kind of messed up our relationship, but I still loved her. I just wanted her to get away from that guy. Just focus on me and Jaden. So I don't know, but she's like, even though she was with that guy, she texted me and said, "I love you." I don't know. I feel terrible though because I pushed her away.
Can you look at I know a lot about
No luck.
addiction, okay?
Yeah.
And it's when we
Jesus,
set
is he
healthy
still
boundaries,
asleep?
doing
Ak, wake
to protect
up.
yourself.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I didn't want my brother to.
That's not pushing someone away. That's setting a healthy boundary for your life, and that's actually
Okay,
quite
I've got to love and leave
amazing
you guys.
at your age to be able to do that.
Bye.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and that's true. I mean, that's 100% true. So, when you communicated with your mom, was it usually over Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure. She might have had a phone number.
Okay.
She would rarely. If she did, I think she FaceTimed me from an email.
Sure.
iPad.
Okay.
Hey, it's all fun and games until Roland Martin
Other
comes
than
on.
that, yeah, Messenger. That's our main contact. She'd call me, FaceTime me off that.
And you say you think it was a couple of days ago. You don't have your phone right now.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that's
probably even.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Heather, can you think of anything? I mean, mainly we wanted to come here and let you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm sorry
Less than 2 days after Robinson's body was found, police were called to an apartment in Rochester by a woman who said her brother, Mustafa Rashad Bush, had been drinking and needed to go to jail.
Not at all. Okay. Huh. All right. Hey, is this your place? No. Okay, is this your place?
This is my place.
Is everything okay, or what's going on? Guys? Everything's okay. Perfectly fine. Okay. Why don't you chat with her? I'll chat with him quick.
On it. You know who called us? I mean, it looks like you were just kind of pulling up when we got here.
Yeah, just pulling up. My brother has been drinking.
Okay, and that's Mustafa over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's not armed or dangerous.
Okay.
But this was his car. He shouldn't be drinking and driving. And then also, he just needs to go to jail. Because,
what for?
Well, he said that he hurt his girlfriend. And he needs to go to jail.
Okay.
Don't say nothing.
Okay. Well, you understand that we can't arrest him just based on what you said, right?
Okay.
Damn, this son word must be terrorizing her.
Everything's okay. Trust me. I'm to verify that. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't care. You have a PVC?
Yeah, I got one.
Grab one.
You got no idea why anybody called us, no sort of dispute or anything like that?
No. Is it counting up, or is it that supposed to be my blood? The blood.
Yep. So it's your breath alcohol content actually. So yeah. Yep. It's counting up. It takes a while. When it slows down like this, it's not going to get much higher. Yeah. So you're less than half the legal limit, and I'm not getting any signs of intoxication
And
talking to
that's
you.
what I'm
You
saying.
seem fine. You're talking.
They think this.
Gee, do you see that? Less than half. Less than half of the legal limit. Come on, man. Y'all know better than this.
No. Because I can only imagine who the hell it was.
You think it was her?
No, she probably my parents. Because she probably thought I was drunk and she was talking to them. And it's good. Like I say, it ain't no big thing. I swear. I swear.
Okay.
I swear. Everything's okay. Trust me. I wouldn't even put myself in jeopardy because I know they care about me. I know that. You know what I'm saying?
You're okay.
Indeed, I appreciate it.
All right, Miss Duffer. Miss, I'm sorry, real quick before we take off, can I snag your name and date of birth just so I can document who that we talked to you?
Yeah.
I got what I need from you. You're welcome to go sit in your car if you like.
Don't get mad at me.
Can you tell me anything else about what he said to you about hurting his girlfriend? Did he give you any specifics? Do you know what his girlfriend's name is? Okay, you can just walk with me while I'm putting this back in the trunk. Okay. Hey, if I text you, huh? Yeah, I've got a card.
So based on our findings and a person of interest was identified pretty early in the case, we began to work leads with all the best available
All right, here's
information.
another try.
Sheriff's Office investigators were able to make contact with the suspect's family and ask for their assistance in having the suspect, person of interest, come in and meet with our investigators. To the credit of the family and the suspect, he was then brought to the law enforcement center last night by a family member who was taken in for questioning. At the conclusion of that session, where the person refused or declined to give a statement, he was placed under arrest. The suspect in this case has been identified as Mustafa Rashad Bush, age 39, from Rochester.
Let's rewind to Christmas Eve, 2022. Surveillance footage from a quick trip shows Bush and Kimberly Robinson there, together. This would be one of the last times Robinson was seen alive. Messages between the two show discussions about meeting up, but what followed would become a key part of the investigation. Robinson spent part of Christmas Eve at a party at her mother's house. Her son dropped her off at a friend's house around 8:30, and she posted on Facebook around 10. Her family never heard from her again. On Christmas Day, cell phone data placed Bush and Robinson at their shared home in Rochester until around 9 p.m., when Bush's phone stopped transmitting.
This is
Robinson's
just another
phone
case
last
of
pinged near the
sons
area
of
where
Eve.
her body was found the next day, in a ditch near River Bluff Lane and West River Road. That same day, witnesses reported seeing Bush with a large, heavy suitcase and later saw burnt clothing and a pair of glasses in a burn pit near an acquaintance's home off Marion Road. On December 27th, investigators found blood evidence in Bush's vehicle, a blue 2017 Kia Optima, and a half-pound of cocaine in a bag with his belongings. Officers conducting surveillance saw Bush moving several bags from the home to his vehicle and into another. CCTV cameras caught him buying cleaning supplies and then doing loads of laundry. Investigators believed these actions were an attempt to destroy evidence and cover his tracks. Based on Robinson's autopsy, witness statements, text messages, and cell phone data, the case against Bush was at that point overwhelming. His history includes a 2007 conviction for second-degree murder after he fatally shot a 25-year-old man in Rochester. He was released on parole in 2020. Bush was arrested and initially charged with first-degree premeditated murder, first-degree murder while committing domestic abuse, and second-degree murder with intent. A jury in November 2024 deliberated for just 4 hours, and found Bush guilty of 2 of those counts, and found him not guilty of premeditated first-degree murder. On Friday, January 3rd, Bush, now 41, was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Her laugh could ring this place. It's so loud and obnoxious, but beautiful. We just want to remember her as the beautiful human being, kindness, soul that she was.
A sense of satisfaction, if not closure.
He gets to sit behind a 8x10 or 10x10 jail cell, and he is somebody else's. And his life is over the way that he took hers.
And a message for victims of similar situations.
I think everybody needs to understand that domestic violence is serious, and to take it seriously and to listen to somebody, reach out to somebody,
talk to somebody.
Yeah, be there for your friends and family.
If you or a loved one is experiencing domestic abuse, help is available. Contact the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE or text START to 88788.
911, what's the address of the emergency?
I am over off of 4th and just south of Lake, and there's a body outside of a building we've been working on. I just noticed it probably like a minute ago.
In the early morning of November 29th, Minneapolis police received a call about a body found in a courtyard near the intersection of East 31st Street and 4th Avenue South in Minneapolis, Minnesota. When officers got there, they found a young woman with a single gunshot wound to the head, fired at close range. There was no doubt this was an execution. She was later identified as 38-year-old Savannah Ryan Williams. Police began locking down the area and collecting evidence. A few people in the neighborhood told officers they heard a gunshot around 5:45 in the morning. One of them mentioned seeing a man walking north from the courtyard shortly after the sound. That was the first clue in what would become a complex investigation. This footage has never been seen by the public before and was exclusively obtained by Midwest Crime.
Our coverage is made possible because of sponsors like Morgan and Morgan. Over the years, we've brought you mind-boggling video of crashes like these, but what happens to the victims? Apart from sometimes serious injuries, they can face months of paperwork, enormous medical bills, and life-changing impacts. When you're seriously hurt, you could be entitled to millions of dollars in damages. Stop getting lowballed, and you could pair up with a proven winner, the largest personal injury law firm in the nation. Morgan & Morgan has a huge network of over 1,000 attorneys and offices in every state. They've won significant recent cases for victims involved in life-altering car crashes like these, like for Yvette Torres, who was hit by a Penske truck in November and had severe injuries requiring surgery and therapy. Morgan & Morgan attorneys rejected a lowball pretrial offer and were able to win Torres a whopping $11.9 million at trial. The best part, their fee is 100% free unless you win. It only takes a few minutes to see if you have a case. Remember, not all law firms are the same, and Morgan is the biggest in the league. They win a lot. You can start your claim now by going to forthepeople.com/MidwestCrime or find the link in the video description.
Police managed to recover surveillance footage from nearby buildings, and that's when the case truly began to unfold. One of the key clips showed Savannah Williams sitting at a bus shelter on Lake Street in the early hours of the morning. Moments later, a man approached. The two were seen talking. After a short conversation, the man and Savannah began walking together, heading south, then turning east toward the courtyard area. The time was just after 5 a.m. Roughly 45 minutes later, that same man was seen again on camera, this time walking alone, heading north, away from the courtyard. The timestamp read 5:45 a.m., just moments after a neighbor reported hearing a single gunshot. Everything lined up. The location, the time, the direction, exactly as witnesses had described. By piecing together video from different cameras along his path, detectives tracked the suspect walking north on 4th Avenue toward Lake Street. From there, he entered the Lake Street LRT station, got on a train heading downtown, and got off at the Nicollet 5th Street station. From there, cameras followed him south, walking to an apartment building at 95 South 10th Street. Once they had the address, investigators took a still image of the man from the footage and showed it to building management. They immediately recognized him. His name was Demarion Kalen Bible, a resident in that very building. Police secured a search warrant for his apartment, and when Demarion Bible eventually left the building, officers moved in. He was taken into custody, but then things became even clearer. While he was in the squad car, Bible was allowed to make a phone call. And during a conversation with his father, he said something that confirmed what investigators already suspected.
Dad, it's Demarion. Hey, you know, it's about that time for me to go to jail now.
Go to jail? What you mean?
Yeah, they got caught. I killed somebody. Back in the squad car, finger. So yeah, I was make one last call or whatever. So I don't know. Just pray for me. Pray that they don't feed me the pedigree. It was a he she. Dude was acting like a girl the whole time. It was a dude. Me and him ended up getting into altercation. I shot him in the head. Yeah. You gonna see what's gonna happen?
So you're back in the
Yep. Man, finger get put.
Yeah, he's not joking. This is Andrew Schroeder with the police department. He's not joking at all.
Time for me to get this shit out the way. I love you too. I'll see you.
Right after his arrest, Bible was taken in for questioning. What followed inside that room would only make things worse for him.
You're Demarion? What's your last name?
Your last request?
Bible. Okay. Are you working?
Yes.
Where are you working?
We in chat.
So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against you in court.
Damn,
You have
shout
the
out
right to
Chrissy
talk
Weber.
to a lawyer while being questioned at any time. Okay?
Christy
And if
Weber.
you cannot afford a lawyer, one is given to you without cost for free. Do you mind if we show you the picture? So we just need to, I guess, ask you, that's your tattoo and your ring. You remember what day that was? Do you recognize your coat though?
Mm-hmm.
And your shoes? Okay, so this is it's an infrared photo of you on a bus. It's weird because the jacket is a different color because it's infrared.
God bless you all, our nation.
And this one's in color. Do you see you? Okay. Do you remember what day that was? You don't? Okay.
This one here, you actually trip when you get on the bus.
Do you remember tripping when you got on the bus?
Mm-hmm.
The bus driver was really worried that you got hurt?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. You didn't fall that hard? Okay. Do you remember being lost and wondering where you were when you got off the bus? Looking around and asking where the light rail was?
Mm-mm.
What do you think you were doing right here?
Looks like I was going to work.
Okay. What are your hours that you work?
I work, basically like 2 to 10.
2 to 10?
2 p.m. to 10 a.m.
2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay. Do you remember, I think this is the same day.
Going up to the light rail, that lake in Hiawatha.
You remember when you were at the light rail at Lake Hiawatha? When you took the train? Where were you coming from? This is after you tripped on the bus and then you ended up taking a bus to the Hiawatha station and you took the light rail into downtown. Where were you coming from? Do you remember?
Yeah. So I do tattoos.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. Where were you coming from?
I was supposed to be doing a tattoo on somebody, but they completely sent me off. So I was just coming back from trying to do a tattoo.
Okay. Where were you going to do the tattoo?
I was going to do the tattoo, which, like I said, a person said, so I don't know.
Do you remember?
You don't know the location, like address or sort of where?
What did the person say? What did they say? Or what did they look like?
I'm not saying that.
Okay, that's cool. Do you remember if you were supposed to meet at a house or an apartment?
I just know they sent me off. So.
When you say sent you off, you mean like they said I changed my mind or what?
Yeah, basically, like, we had a deal that was supposed to be like we was going to do this link up, do a tattoo, get a tattoo.
Did they tell you personally I don't want it, I changed my mind?
That's what I'm saying. It just like changed plans.
texted you or what?
Mm-hmm. Text back.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
So was it somewhere around Cedar and Lake?
That's why I guess I'm just like there.
Because that's where that picture's from, is when you got on the bus at Cedar and Lake.
And then you rode the bus from Cedar and Lake down to like 2nd Avenue, remember?
By the McDonald's.
By the McDonald's. Because all we have, is bus video. You remember getting off at 2nd Avenue South in the early morning? Remember seeing this lady? You never saw that lady? Okay. Do you remember that person? This is a daytime picture, but do you remember this? It's kind of like a courtyard. You go back and there's some trees and it's like there's some buildings and you walk back in there. It's on 4th Avenue South, really close to Lake Street. Do you remember that? The video shows you met up with this lady. You met up with her. And you walked back into that area with her. Can you tell us why you met with her? Did she want to do some kind of deal with you? And then she said she was a lady, but she really wasn't. And then something really terrible happened. Can you help us understand why that happened? What did he or she do? Did she lie?
What was supposed to happen with her?
Do it.
I don't know, really. We know the name of the person now. Savannah. We thought maybe you know her.
Never met her or whatever.
What was supposed to happen when you guys walked back there? Did you have some kind of deal?
All I remember is these photos because I was going to go do a tattoo.
Okay.
So this camera here, that's zoomed in. So we know you crossed Lake Street. You looked around while you were at the corner. Then you walked to the bus shelter where Savannah was sitting. You talked for about 3 minutes. And then the two of you walked over and walked in here. You're in there for about 40 minutes. So something's going on during that time. Workers are on the other side of this building and they hear a gunshot. And right after they report hearing the gunshot, you walk out around the corner and you walk up to Lake Street. You then walk down Lake Street to Park, where you ended up on the other side of Lake Street. The bus shows up to go east and you run to get back on the bus.
East towards Hiawatha.
So, we have to talk about the blank spot. And just so we're clear, I've watched that video more than an hour before and an hour after you leave. Nobody else is there. So it's you and Savannah back there. Is it as simple as you thought it was a girl and found out it was actually a male? Because we could understand that. Then we're talking about emotions. Otherwise, we're stuck looking at it as just a cold-blooded execution.
What y'all trying to do? Y'all trying to pin this on me?
We're trying to figure out what happened back there.
We need to know why you shot her.
Don't pin this on me.
Who are you pinning it on?
All I know is I just see these pictures of me.
Damari, we've got you getting there, walking over, meeting with her.
In the bus shelter.
Walking into the courtyard. Workers hear a gunshot. Right after they hear the gunshot, you walk out. You walk down to Lake. You get on a bus. Dude, we tracked you on the bus and on street cameras from the time you got there
when it happens, when you leave, when you get off on the light rail at 5th and Nicholas, over to Marquette, all the way down Marquette into your apartment door. The same person, Demarion. So the who done it is done. The question is, why did it happen? Was this a robbery gone bad? Was this just a cold-blooded execution? Or was it your emotions getting the best of you because you find out that this person was not a female? That's why what we're trying to find out is what happened from your side.
All right. I'm gonna just break it all down.
Okay.
All right. So this is night. I was supposed to do a tattoo. Okay.
Okay.
I got sent off really bad. I sent like I was supposed to go to a tattoo. I didn't get it done because the person sent me out. I was smoking weed and stuff, so I really didn't really like remember, like because after I like that's the only thing that probably got my emotions involved. Is because I got sent off. So somehow I ended up over south. This picture right here.
Mm-hmm.
This lady was sitting, or a male was sitting at the bus stop. She said, as I walked past, do you want some? And I was like, yeah. So she said, come over to the corner and we can have sex. We went to the corner. Where you found this at? We was in the corner having sex. I put out a condom. I had sex with her. So this is where, well, to answer your question, I had a 9mm gun in my pocket. We was having sex. The person, she was sex or whatever the heck you want to call it, she started making me feel suspicious. And so I started reaching for my gun because I thought she was trying to rob me. Like I said, we had sex. Then I started getting a weird suspicion about her. And then she kept on like doing some weird stuff. And then the altercation was made.
I'm sorry, what?
And I shot her.
And you shot her? What was she doing that was suspicious?
She acted like she was going to rob me. So I protected myself.
Okay.
And there you go.
Have you been worried about this ever since?
No, because I don't feel like I felt like I was protecting myself.
She didn't have a blade, a gun. She didn't have anything.
That's why we were asking, like, what did she do to make you feel suspicious?
Like I said, I had a loaded gun in my pocket, and we was having sex. She realized that I had it in my pocket, and every time, like when you have a gun or something, people start to act like they want to steal it from you. So that's what she started acting like. Now that I found out it's a man, it makes more sense. But like I said, when she was having altercation, she felt the gun in my pocket, and then she started to act like she was reaching for it, and like that's when I had reached for my gun, and I shot her.
So where she was found deceased, we saw there was a black bag. Plastic bag and some tissues and hand sanitizer.
Yeah, that was hers.
That was hers?
Or his.
Did you clean yourself off with the tissue?
No, he did.
He did?
Yeah, like that's why everything was seeming suspicious, because she got to doing like little weird stuff, and then that's why everything happened.
So when he or she was shot, where were you, and where was she standing?
All right, so it was kind of like, it was almost like he wanted me to do it, or in a weird way, or something like he was testing me or something, you know? Because when the opportunity presented itself, I took it or whatever. Because I was trying to leave, but it was like, I don't know how to explain it, how it happened, but I just know I had to do what I had to do when I had to do it, you know?
What did she say to you?
And now it's a he.
What was he saying to you during this time back there?
It's hard to explain.
Remember your conversation?
Yeah, kind of. It's just like, all I can remember is he was, and when I was laying sitting on the stairs, and I kept feeling my, or like making sure my pocket was zipped up, because my gun was in there. Like, he was trying to and he was suddenly trying to like reach and try to make it seem like he was trying to, get one, be successful or something like that. Mind you, I never met the person a day in my life. And like, while I got to feeling suspicious, and I was trying to get ready to get away, but like she kept around, or he was coming on, like, like you know what I'm saying, like, let me have sex with you, like, kept egg, like, I'm like, like, I'm kind of getting down, like, kind of scared me actually, because now it's late, and I never had sex with no prostitute before or nothing, but like I said, today it was a bad day. I got sent off. I keep my weapon on me for protection. I'm a tattoo artist, so I keep a lot of money,
Did you end up paying her?
No, but I have money, and it wasn't even like that. She didn't ask for the money or nothing.
But you kind of knew she was going to ask for money, right?
No, she asked for, she said, you want so I say, yeah. She didn't ask for money or none of that. That's why I was like, this is too easy or something.
So and you think that she noticed you had a gun on you while
she did know.
He
did know.
Just tell me if I'm wrong. And while that's happening, he notices that you have a gun, and then while this going on, you feel like he was doing something suspicious about trying to touch your gun or
No,
reach
he
for
was
it?
trying to get my gun basically, so I shot him.
While he's
No, but when he stopped and he was trying to not let me like leave or like try to act like he was trying to trick me, that's when I had shot him because I felt like I was
he kept saying he wants to have sex.
right, and I was like now it's starting to get weird and stuff because he started cleaning off with the Kleenex and stuff, and it got weird. Like I said, it got suspicious, and I started feeling uncomfortable.
So he cleaned off with the Kleenex too, which is weird.
Just got to doing a bunch of weird stuff. Drugs was involved, that. So I guess that's what it was.
Do you remember if you smoked any drugs too?
As like I said, I was been smoking weed all night. And I'm bad.
Where she ends up falling, it's pretty clear that she had a crack pipe or a pipe to smoke and a lighter, because the pipe lands right at her feet. The lighter is by her right hand, which kind of indicates to me that she's probably getting ready to light up and smoke.
Yeah, I mean, I know because I'm the one that did it. I mean, like I said, if one person puts you in a situation where you feel like you can't leave, then you're gonna do what you gotta do to get out of it. I don't care if you was smoking crack or not. Like, if I felt like I was trying to get away, I was trying to get away. So, sorry.
It's pretty obvious that you were standing real close to her when the shot was fired. Can you show me how close you were? Were you both standing up?
It's just didn't have nothing to do with me knowing that she was not.
It didn't. Okay.
But all I know is once I felt like there was something going on or some suspicion, that's when I was fired. Caught the bus. It was an act of self-defense.
Stand up and right here for a minute. Do you think you're about this close to it when it happened? Like if you're standing up, you can stand up. Was it about this close? You know where the gun is right now? In your apartment. Where's the gun in the apartment?
It is in my, if they look, they should find it.
Okay. I just, sometimes when you reach into a drawer and I don't want anyone to pull the trigger on accident or something, is it in a holster or is it in a drawer or under the bed or something?
It's in my apartment.
Do you have any kind of message you would want us to tell her sister?
Yeah, you can't be out here messing with people. Everybody, you know, you can't be out here trying to trick people and do something. Some people will hurt you, you know. You can't expect to rob somebody and not expect them to shoot at you.
Okay.
That's just the way we live in today.
Okay. Do you remember the conversations at all yet that you had with her?
Him?
Him? I just say her because I think he preferred her, so I don't know what to say. You don't remember the conversation?
I remember that much.
You remember f***ing and then shooting the gun and that's it?
I remember f***ing and I remember shooting the gun. And that's it.
Do you think it's because of the weed that you don't remember?
It's not like, I don't know what to say. I was defending myself. I had to do what I had to do. That's why I can go about life, but I'm like I'm guilty.
Have you ever had to do anything like this before?
No, I got work today.
Okay, I'm gonna give you that, mom and dad's number.
You're gonna be booked into jail.
In the end, the evidence was overwhelming. Surveillance footage, the phone call, witness statements, they all pointed to one person. From Bible's apartment, investigators recovered a pair of pants with what appeared to be bloodstains. They also found the exact shoes and clothing he wore during the murder, matching surveillance video. And more, inside the unit, they discovered a .22 caliber rifle and a 9mm polymer 80 handgun with no serial number. In court, prosecutors walked the jury through every step that led to Savannah's death. Damarian Kalen Bible was convicted of second-degree intentional murder and sentenced to 367 months in prison, over 30 years behind bars. At sentencing, the courtroom told its own story.
As a person, Savannah was funny. She would light up any room she walked into. I wish he had never interacted with her that morning. She would still be here with me.
Hateful acts of violence against transgender people are on the rise. Every time a trans person is attacked, the entire community feels less safe.
For exclusive clips and behind-the-scenes content, join us on patreon.com/MidwestCrime. It was supposed to be a beautiful Easter morning in 2021. What happened next would never be forgotten for this family.
We weren't getting a pulse on these people.
We've been tracking this case for the last 2.5 years. After dozens of open records requests and the hiring of an attorney, we finally obtained the records related to this tragic incident and go in depth on the story behind it. 911 calls detail the seriousness behind what took place.
April 4, 2021, 10:32:35.
Police and fire, what's the address of your emergency?
Yes, there's been a severe car accident on Highway 42.
What's the cross
County Road 42. What's the cross? Bubble Barn. County Road 5.
Okay, how many vehicles?
Happened. Two vehicles.
Is anyone injured?
Bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of injuries?
We don't know. We're driving past it.
That's completely total. It looks like it's going to start on fire. Okay, you're not. Are you there anymore?
No, we've driven by.
Okay, stop. They've been on the way this entire time. This is just getting more information for them for when they arrive, okay? Like I said, we have a lot of help on the way. Thank you for calling.
Yep, thank you.
10:32:39.
911, is this a life or death emergency?
Yes, it is. There's a car crash on 42, like right by the gas station.
42. Hold on. 42 and what?
But I don't know. Whatever's by the bubble
What
barn.
happened?
The red car was turning like by
Tell me what happened. Accident or I can't understand.
A car crash. Yes, a car crash.
Is anyone injured?
Yes.
Okay, is it blocking traffic? I need someone to talk to me.
The car's on fire. There's one car on fire.
A car's on fire from it? Which car's on fire?
The white car, the Chrysler car's on fire.
Okay, do you see flames or just smoke?
Yes, there's flames and smoke.
Okay, is anyone in the vehicle that's on fire? No, not in the vehicle, but the car and the SUV, there's somebody that is not conscious. Just stay on the line with me. I have lots of help on the way. Are you involved or are you just passerby? No, I'm a passerby, but my friend's brother and sister were in the car that just got hit.
Court testimony held at a later date details the moments before officers arrived. After witnessing a horrific crash, witnesses say they approached the white vehicle and found one passenger to be severely injured, but alive. Bystanders pulled her out of the car while it was on fire, likely saving her life. She would not have been able to do this on her own due to her injuries, which included a broken ankle, broken backbones, and 2 broken ribs. She also suffered from a deep laceration caused by the seatbelt into her stomach, exposing her intestines underneath her shirt. The driver of that same vehicle was able to get out on his own and sustained minor injuries. As officers arrive, they witness the injured passenger on the ground and recognize that civilians have stepped up to help.
Hello, thanks for attending to her.
Their next priority is to check on the occupants of the red vehicle. The damage is plainly obvious, as the red vehicle was struck with such a force that it was ripped into 2 pieces.
Is everyone out? You think everyone's out here? There's one in here. Okay. I didn't feel a pulse though. Okay.
No exposures? I'm not too concerned about that.
Is there still a person in here? There's 2 in here. Yeah, the driver and one in the back seat.
85, I'm arriving, and it is on
45, 122 or 86. We've got 2 trapped inside of a vehicle that'll need to be pried out. I don't know if they've got either of the 2 have a pulse.
No.
Okay, I understand your concern. Yeah, I'll just have you wait back here. Thank you. I'm not getting a pulse on the back seat. These people aren't coming out of this vehicle, right? Nope. Am I seeing that right? Okay. Yep. All right. I appreciate your assistance. Thank you. I'm a former EMT. Oh, you are? All right. All right, and we know that nobody's in this one? Everybody out? Okay, we're clear here. Okay. All right. I'm going to try to maintain some kind of a perimeter here. Who's in the car?
He was in the car. I'll give it to you later. Please get them to the hospital now. I will give it to you. I will give it to you all right now. Just get them to the hospital now. She was covered here on her neck.
Well, did you see what happened, or you just heard videoing?
I just saw this and I came over.
Okay, so you did see it happen, or you didn't?
No, I didn't see the accident.
Okay, all right. Right behind you. Is there anything I can do to help get this person
Can you check a pulse on that?
We weren't getting a pulse on these people.
She knows the answer now. We're not the only thing I got. Do not.
Were you in the car? Were you in the car? The passenger or the driver?
She's a passenger.
Yes, please. See if we can get an ID on these 2 passengers.
This is her sister. She wasn't in the car. She was in a different car. Her sister was in the car. Sienna.
Officers gathered information and got most of the story put together. The individuals in the red car, Dalton and Taylor, were struck by the white car, driven by Leon Bond III with his twin sister, Sienna, in the front passenger seat. Their older sister, Camille Lachey Dennis Bond, was driving alongside them in a separate and seemingly uninvolved black vehicle with her best friend in the passenger seat, Lynn. Lynn was the one to make the 911 call at the beginning of this video. After the crash, Camille stopped down the street in the middle of the road and ran towards the accident on foot. According to court testimony, Camille got out of the car so fast she forgot to put the car in park, but Lynn noticed and did it for her from the passenger seat. Officers quickly realized this may be a criminal investigation involving multiple fatalities and that extreme speeds were likely involved. Accordingly, they quickly identify Camille as a key person of interest. Officers will eventually obtain video evidence of the crash itself to further support Camille's involvement. We will go over that footage later in this video.
Ma'am! Ma'am! Can't go over there right now. We got a car on fire. It's not safe.
It's okay. It's okay. They're fine. I know, baby. It's gone. It's gone. Yeah, it's okay. I don't know. It's gone. It's gone. I'm making sure Sure, 770.
Here, Camille is immediately placing blame on the other driver. She doesn't hesitate to use profanities towards Taylor, who she incorrectly believes was driving the red car.
Okay. 45, 122, 1072.
Officers unfortunately discover the two individuals in the red car, Dalton Lee Ford and Taylor Nicole Garza, have been killed in the crash. The couple was 22 years old. They had plans to celebrate Easter with their families that morning.
3 people are out here taking pictures of a dead person. Really disrespect. Well, and I asked all of them, did you see what happened? Or are you just here to video? Yeah, I was doing their commentary and shit.
Got witnesses over here. Okay. So we'll need to start talking to them. Okay.
Officers begin questioning witnesses to hopefully figure out exactly what happened.
So whenever we get another,
Can you help put back?
Yeah, we don't go through all, we're going back to my house so we can get dressed and go.
I can't even go over here right now.
Wait, right here, by the KFC.
Have them meet you down at Karmelo.
Yeah. I have to get them out. I didn't even park my car. It was falling down the hill. I had to get them out. Gotta be dead.
Hey, man, can I get the phone you had? Your friend would like it back. Yeah,
Instead of 15. My mom is here, but her car is up there.
Okay. Is your car still drivable?
My car is fine. She dead. Is she dead? That's all I need to know.
I have no idea.
Well, she better be. If she's not, I'm stuck in her head. I have to get my car. I'm going to my car.
Why don't we wait here for a second?
No.
I don't think you're able to.
Yes, I am. I'm fine.
No, I don't think you're
I'm
able
going
to
to my
drive
sister. I'm going to my sister.
Camille, she left. Camille, she left.
She's gone. Yeah, it's that one. I'm just telling you.
My car is fine though. I'm gonna say it's fine. I'm not moving here. I just need my phone and my shoes.
That's what I'm gonna get for you.
Okay.
Just stay right here, please. Hi, I'm Matt. I know.
Look at my baby.
I'm sorry.
Is she dead?
Your sister or
no? Not
I don't know. I don't know, ma'am. I'm very sorry I can't give that information, but we just want you to be safe right now.
I'm fine. I just want my stuff. I'm not going anywhere.
This must be really hard.
Yeah.
Looks like
You didn't get my phone.
Okay. Your car might be locked, so we can't.
It's not. My keys are in the car. It's not gonna lock.
Okay. Where's your phone?
It's in the car. It's connected to the. It's connected to a white plug.
Okay.
I have to get it. My mom's gonna call me.
I think he has it. It's with your shoe.
Yeah.
I see it in his hand.
Oh, excuse my language. I'm sorry. used my leg, put the strike me and hit him. They said you tried to. I'm sorry. First you tried to hit him.
Easy. Right here. You're the auntie? Okay. All right, go right up there. They went to Richmond. And they're both. Yeah.
The passengers in the white car are okay. I don't know yet. Let's get you off the street.
I need everybody to go on the other side of the road.
We'll get it taken care of.
All right, I gotta go get my truck over there.
Okay.
Sterling, you stay with me.
Okay. Let me walk with you.
Okay. Oh my
God. All right, guys.
Are both of them going to Hennepin County Medical Center?
They're either going to Hennepin or Ridgeview. Ridgeview's closer.
Well, I was told that Tiana was going to Ridgeview Medical because this is both of her children.
So then they're going to Ridgeview, which is in Burnsville.
They're going to the Ridgeview Hospital. That's in Burnsville. That's the one in Burnsville. I hope that she is because she
was car like that.
Can you talk to her? Because she just said that they just passed that hospital. She tried to beat him, and we all tried to go around her so he wouldn't hit her.
They went to county in Minneapolis.
They both went to county in Minneapolis. And she tried to beat him still.
Move to this
And then she tried to go around. I don't know why they took all over the mama. I don't know. We on his phone, but see, I have a big cut right here. Her knee's gonna come out of me. Camille sitting with
We're still, we have to wait for the medical examiner to get here before we can touch any of the cars. If you could expedite, we're going to go 10-15 with this thing. So what was your first name?
Camille.
Okay, Camille, here's what's going to happen is we're going to put you under arrest.
Why?
For criminal vehicular operation.
How?
Well, you were racing your brother.
No, I was not.
So here's what we're going to do. We have to examine all of our phones and that type of stuff. So, like I said, we can go two ways. If we have to put you in handcuffs, we're going to take you back to our station to talk to you.
Nobody was racing. We were going 65.
I understand that.
No.
Okay, so you think you're going 65?
We weren't even going that fast, and I watched it. That's the thing. I watched it, and he was even behind me.
So who squealed out at the intersection there?
What was that?
Who squealed out back at that intersection way down there? You have a witness that said that somebody smoked going over the tires?
No, we did not. We left at the same time. Nobody had wheels nor nothing. That whoever told you that is lying, and I'm just gonna say it like this: whoever told you who said that, most likely is probably white, and I know it is.
This wouldn't be the first time Camille has claimed being prejudiced against while being accused of a crime. Before the day of the crash, Camille held several speeding tickets in her records, even though she was just 19 years old. Her first ticket listed she was traveling 50 miles an hour in a 30-mile-an-hour zone, 20 miles over the speed limit. Her second speeding charge was for going 58 miles in a 45-mile-an-hour zone, 13 miles over the speed limit. However, the ticket details that she was very argumentative with the officer in this situation. The report shares that she argued she was pulled over due to her loud music and her being black, then claimed she was traveling that speed on a hill. And then when the officer handed her the ticket, she crumpled it up and tossed it into the passenger seat of her vehicle. Her third ticket was listed as duty to drive with due care speed, where no specific speed data is cited. More details on more of her tickets will be covered shortly.
We were not racing, no, none of that.
You weren't racing at all?
No, I told him, for a simple fact, I'm gonna tell you just like this. For a simple fact, we are black. It is a nice day outside. I know that the police are out. We see the state troopers out. We were not going fast. I said, we're going to just go the speed limit up there. He said, okay. His car has more horsepower than mine does. So obviously it's going to sound like it because I know how the engine sounds. And I'm going to spit fact. My car is slow. But I was in front, so he knows I was in front.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm going to be in front because he's going to follow my lead. We were not going fast. She gassed on it. When I mean she gassed on it, she didn't see him because he was behind me. My car was up there, but I moved it up here because it was rolling back and it was still in drive. I don't want to mess up my transmission. She gassed on it to try to beat him.
Okay, so I appreciate you telling me all that type of stuff. So, like I said, our process is this, okay?
Please don't do that.
So,
I'm already black and it already looks bad enough.
It has nothing to do with race, man. We have two people that are dead right now caused by an accident.
Because she gassed on it.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with me and my brother. Okay, we were not speeding. What do you not understand?
You know what the speed limit is?
Yes, it's 55. We were going 60. Okay. It's not my problem that she wanted to be a dumb bitch and try to beat us. That's not my problem. You placing me under arrest for something that we did not do. We have digital dashes, bro.
we're gonna get all that.
We have digital dashes,
So
so therefore we were going 60.
So you don't have to yell at me.
I have to because you don't understand.
Okay, so here's what is gonna happen.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
You're not placing me under arrest
You're
or
under
anything.
arrest. Okay, sorry.
Yes, baby, I love you. I love all of you guys.
Stay there.
Let's stay, please, baby.
You're gonna be in handcuffs in a minute if you don't stay over there.
Please.
Man, what did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? You said you should let it play now. I'm gonna see if I can give me. I'm gonna buy some no-dos or something tomorrow, man. I'll buy some no-dos, man. I'm gonna buy something, some no-dos or something tomorrow, man. See if that works. He said 100 views to what you see. Yo. Goddamn shame, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Great show, man. Same black time, same black channel. I'm out of here. Subscribe.